Analysis of the pitch. Yes, there's some green grass left on that wicket, but it can be deceptive, and we've seen on this wicket especially there is a little bit of a two-paced behavior that we see, and it does tend to keep a little bit low. So overall, I think he's absolutely spot on with that observation. Win the toss and bowl first. We'll have to wait and watch what the two captains have to say about that when they win the toss. So let's quickly head down to the center yet again, where we've got Ahmed Khwaja with the two captains and the match referee for the all-important toss.
Well, thank you, Coms. It's time for match number 24 of the Mazaplay.net Emirates D20 2022, powered by Fancode. Alongside me are the two captains and the match referee. Of course, we have Vritti Arvind, the young superstar of UAE, leading ECB Blues. We have Mr. Iftikhar Ali, our match referee. And of course, Ali Abid, the stylish captain of Team Abu Dhabi. Is going to be Vritti to flip the coin. Heads is the call. Let's come down as heads. Ali Abid. टॉस जीत गए, बड़ी क्रूशल टॉस थी, बड़ा क्रूशल मैच है, क्या फैसला किया?
हम पहले बॉलिंग करेंगे।
और उसके पीछे क्या गेम प्लान है? अंडर लाइट्स कितना चेज करना चाहेंगे आप लोग?
अंडर लाइट्स भी है, लेकिन हम ज़्यादा मैचेस जब चेज करते हैं तो जीत जाते हैं, क्योंकि हमारे पास बैटिंग थोड़ी सी अच्छी है। तो क्योंकि सेकंड बैटिंग में थोड़े प्रेशराइज हो जाते हैं, लड़के भी नए हैं, लेकिन चेज में हम अच्छे हैं, क्योंकि हम में से कोई भी 2-3 क्लिक कर गए तो चेज कर लेते हैं।
वैसे आपने कल रात देखा होगा कि दुबई ने अपसेट किया फुजैरा को, तो आप लोग बिल्कुल पीछे पीछे लगे हुए हैं, तो बहुत ही इंपॉर्टेंट मैच है आप लोगों के लिए।
जी इंशाल्लाह पहले की तरह हम पॉजिटिव खेलेंगे, फिर रिजल्ट जो भी आएगा देखेंगे इंशाल्लाह।
टीम में तब्दीलियां?
बस गुलाम मुर्तज़ा की जगह में अख्तर शहजादा है।
बेस्ट ऑफ लक फॉर द गेम अली भाई।
थैंक यू।
Vritti unfortunately lost the toss, but if you had won it, what would you have done on this surface?
I think we would have batted first. I think we would have gone with our strength of defending total. So I think it's a win-win.
Any changes to the playing 11 for tonight? It's a crucial game for you.
Yeah, we have a couple changes. We have Vishnu's not playing today, and Aditya Shetty comes in, and Sabir is not playing. Jawad comes in.
And overall, how has the D20 experience been for the Blues and you?
I think it's been good. We had a slow start in the first 3 games. I think we've pulled up our socks and we're doing well. So hopefully we qualify and go as far as we can in this tournament.
Well, you control your destiny, so best of luck for the game, Vritti.
Thank you so much.
Right then, news from the center is that Abu Dhabi have won the toss and elected to bowl first.
Right, so we've got the news from the centre for the toss. Yes, no surprises there. Abu Dhabi winning the toss, deciding to bowl first. They've always been very good when they're chasing targets, and today will be an interesting matchup. Emirates Blues, the playing 11 for us: Aditya Shetty, Alishan Sharfu, Ashwant Waltapa, Fahad Nawaz, Hazrat Bilal, Mohammad Farazuddin. Jawadullah comes in, and so does Sanchit Mohan Sharma, Rahul Bhatia, Ritya Arvind and Zawar Farid. That's the playing 11 for Emirates Blues. For Abu Dhabi, Akhtar Shehzad is the new addition to that side. Ali Abid, the captain. Kamran Atta, the keeper. Mazhar Bashir, Mohammad Asif, Nek Mohammad, Osama Hassan, Rian Mohammad, Rohit Khan, watch out for him with that new ball in his hand. Zia Mukhtar and Zubair Khan, the spinner, makes the playing 11 for Abu Dhabi. They've won the toss and decided to bowl first. Interesting. It's going to be a tall task for Emirates Blues to play against that strong Abu Dhabi, especially when they're chasing, because they've been wonderful with those chases in this edition of Mazaplay.net Emirates D20. All set to begin. The two openers are out already in the center. The captain, Ritya Arvind, has had a wonderful tournament and has just enjoyed captaincy all throughout. As soon as that responsibility was given to him, as Rizwan CP was not available, he's taken over the reins of Emirates Blues and has done wonderfully well for his side with the bat and behind the stumps as well. The two umpires, Nadeem Anjum on the left and Asif Iqbal on the right, experienced umpires in the domestic circuit and have also been a part of the international matches that have been played here. A brilliant, stellar career for Ritya Arvind so far. 829 runs, an average of 34, a strike rate of 123 and a best of 100. Just a normal 100 for him. Business as usual. He likes scoring those big hundreds for his side regardless of where he's playing. With him is the explosive Zawar Farid. Normally has that role of a finisher for the men in grey when he's playing at the highest level. But right now he's got a different role when he's playing in Emirates Blues. He's opening the innings for his side and just wants to exploit the first 6 overs, the power play overs against Abu Dhabi. Zia Mukhtar will be starting the proceedings for Abu Dhabi with the new ball. 16 innings, 16 wickets for him, an average of 22, an economy of almost 8, and a 4-wicket haul to his name. Joining me in the comm box, giving me company, is going to be Abid Ibrahim. Abid, good evening, welcome. How's the biryani?
Oh, good evening to all our viewers. Good evening to you, Shoaib. And excited to watch this game, and it was delicious. And still, the play is the call. There you go, the first ball underway. Good looking punch on the onside. They'll certainly be looking for 2. Britya uses this ground pretty well. He knows where he can purchase those 2s.
A good start for Ritya Arvind, just off the mark on the very first ball. Always a great sign for a batter, and it always is a big blessing if you can get that ball on the middle of the bat first up and get off the mark as well. He's got 2 runs on the very first ball. Here comes Zia. Some movement in the air for Zia Mukhtar. Has had a player of the match for Abu Dhabi a few games earlier. Match number 24 live from Dubai International Stadium. We are getting into the business end where every match is an impactful match in the tournament. One team will cement their side while the others will struggle.
A perfect tournament, wide open so far. Yeah, there is a little bit of movement of the seam now. Yeah, pretty much spot on, Shoaib. Zia got 4 wickets in that player of the match performance. And Britya, the top scorer of the tournament, 7 games and 339 runs. The average is phenomenal. Best of 100, not out. What else you can ask from the captain?
Swing and a miss. That's a much better ball. Good length from Zia. Just teasing Ritya Arvind to go over extra cover. Beaten on that occasion.
Yeah, look at that. Perfect, perfect delivery. And Vidya has come down the track, maybe a step ahead. He's just trying to negotiate with the swing. And a perfect approach there from Vidya.
Oh, beautiful. Sound of the bat says it's going to be 4 runs. What a great looking shot. That is from the man in form, Ritya Arvind. Beautiful. Absolutely wonderful. 4 runs written all over it.
Got it better next on the second attempt. This time it got perfect shot. Perfect cover drive. Piercing the gap and going for 4 runs. Cracker. What a start. First boundary for Emirates Blues and first boundary for the captain.
Played it late this time, just guiding it towards the deep third. Zubair will cut that off. Will be a single to end the over. After the first over, Emirates Blues are 7 for no loss. Rohit Khan, one of the players who've definitely impressed me personally. Left arm, 6 wickets for him in 7 innings. Absolutely champion player, this one. Beautiful delivery to start off with. On the pads, flicked. Just got his bat in time, Ritya Arvind, because that was another beautiful delivery to start off from Rohit.
Yeah, starting with a spot-on delivery. That's the kind of delivery that you need to start with. I think Rohit was right on the money. And not only you, but I think everyone watching these Emirates D20 tournament, they have catched an eye. This boy gives a lot of challenge to the batters.
Much better length from Rohit. Just the ideal length to be bowling as a left-hander with the ball coming in. Very watchful Ritya Arvind, and he's right at the top of the most runs getters in this edition of Mazaplay.net Emirates D20. 346 runs. Usman Khan, a distant second, 263. 225 for Ali Abid, who's at number 3. Taimur at number 4 with 208, and Mohammad Nadeem is at number 5. Takes a single, and will only be a single. So overall, good bowling from Rohit. Good start from him as well.
Good to see there somebody from Dubai team chipping in top 5. Taimur Ali. That was one department where Dubai was lacking. Finally, they got their victory, and they have beaten the mighty Fujairah twice in the tournament. I don't think so any other teams would have done that, would be even close to do that.
Yes, prior to this season, we always felt Ajman was a side that was very unpredictable and could bring in a few surprises, beat top sides. But this time, Dubai has surprised us by beating Fujairah twice in the tournament.
Yeah, just that keeping us all entertained, and fingers crossed which team passes the other. Yeah, look at this delivery. Perfect. With the angle going away now. He nips back to the right-hander. And that one was a surprise where he was just close to get the leading edge. Zawar very watchful.
A beautiful delivery again. This was missing the leg stump. Missing, and the umpire says not out. Good ball again. Beaten Zawar for the second time in a row. First time the outside edge. This time right on the pads.
Yeah, that's what he's doing. He's playing with the batter's mind. Look at that. This delivery. Yeah, definitely going down the leg side. You can see all 3 stumps visible. Worth a shout, but excellent delivery there from Rohit. He's troubling Zawar.
Directed, but I think Zawar was home. End of the second over. Just 1 run off it, and that is what you expect when Rohit is bowling. 2 overs gone. Emirates Blues 8 for no loss. Eight for no loss after 2 overs. Zia continues. Oh, beautiful cracking shot again. There's no protection in the deep. Arvind, he loves playing that shot. This time closer to the body and even more composed. Result is the same. 4 more runs for Ritya Arvind towards extra cover.
And look at that. Perfect shot. Great looking, stylish shot. The way he's applying these shots and follow through says the story that this man is in tremendous touch.
Better length from Zia. Rocked on the back foot this time, Ritya, and displays it behind point. Will get a single.
Well, Shoaib, I think the reason Ritya is scoring so easily is clearly every time he went out to bat, he applied himself. He did not lose the wicket or didn't get Haston in the process. Has kept the things cool. Got a couple of 50s. One was particularly pretty slow. But what that have given him is confident and understanding how this ground plays.
Nicely bowled on the stumps. Yes, he's been in phenomenal touch. And I think he's just enjoyed that role of a captain leading from the front. As soon as he's got that role, You see a different looking Rityarvin playing his shots, enjoying his time up there in the middle. And that's not good news for this man, Ali Abid. We'll want to see him back in the hut as soon as possible. He's had a great tournament as well in terms of the captaincy, has been leading the side well. Up and over this time, over extra cover again. Still no protection in the deep, and with this outfield, the ball is going to win the race more often than not. Asif Iqbal signals it as a 4, and Zia continues to be expensive while Arvind is enjoying his time out there in the middle.
Yeah, this was nicely executed delivery. Nothing wrong with the ball, but it was an excellent shot. Pick-up shot over the covers. And he's really batting well against Zia. This time he taken the charge on the onside, and the result will be similar. 4 runs again on the onside.
Oh yes, short and on the pads, and Arvind was quick to find that length very early and just plays it up and over behind square for 4 more. So back-to-back boundaries in this over from Zia. So all that pressure by Rohit in that previous over is down the drain as Arvind is looking absolutely brilliant. Another full toss, juicy full toss. This time he finds the fielder. Very unhappy, disappointed Rityarvin. The dot ball to end the over. After 3 overs, Emirates Blues are 22 without loss. Rohit continues. Up and over Zawar this time. He decides to go over extra cover, following the footsteps of his captain Rityarvin. Clears his front foot and plays it in the gap for 4 more. So a good start to this over. And this time it's Zawar who's joined the party.
Excellent shot here from Zawar. He saw his captain getting those runs freely. He tries himself. Perfect shot. Slightly fuller from the bowler. Making full use of it. Just teasing the fielder. Ball hits the rope for 4 runs. First boundary for Zawar. He should be confident. He should be going for those all his natural shots.
Another good looking shot. Very well played. Won't go all the way as they take 2 runs. Not a lot of movement for Rohit.
Running also need to be on target. It was just the first 2 overs. Clearly, we saw the different body language of Abu Dhabi after getting that expensive over from Zia Mukhtar. Now the body language of Emirates Blues seems to be different. Not in control. Goes on the onside. Good efforts. Oh, all in vain. 4 runs.
Not from the middle of the bat. They've enjoyed that boundary, but I think that's a good ball from Rohit. Unlucky on that occasion. Wanted to play it somewhere. Zawar finds the inside edge. Good effort, but just not good enough. Should have stopped that. The ball just touching the ropes. And that's going to be 4 more runs for Zawar, who moves on to 11 of just 7 deliveries. Goes up and over towards mid-on. Hasn't timed it too well. Zubair will cut it off. Oh yes, just there. Just at the last moment. Puts in the dive. 2 more runs. So 4-2, 4-2. Expensive over from Rohit. As Zawar is just not holding his shots. Wants to go for every shot, every ball. Living dangerously, Zawar Farid.
I think that should be the plan there. Oh, Got it stuck himself. Oh, that is up in the air. Should be taken. Fielder settling underneath. Zia takes the catch. Zawar Farid is gonna attacking and living dangerously. The end of Zawar Farid came out as he was trying to attack.
Yes, every ball, not the right option. Zawar, like I said, was living dangerously. And a short stay in the middle. A well-directed bouncer from Rohit surprised Zawar. And a very unusual catch from Zia. Not in the right position, but definitely manages to hold on to it. Zawar Farid, after scoring 13 of 9, will have to walk back. His stay in the end was a short one. 34 for 1 Emirates Blues. Number 3 for Emirates Blues, Fahad Nawaz comes in to bat. Average of 25, not bad, but can be better. You expect a lot from this youngster. Whenever he's out there in the middle, you want to see him bat. You want to pay and watch him bat. That's how good he is. Good ball. You're talking about body language.
Well, indeed, that brings the over to an end. 34 for 1 at the end of 4 Emirates Blues.
जिया भाई ओके थैंक यू
Thirty-four for 1 after 4 overs. Decent start. They need to keep their foot on the pedal in the 6 overs. They need to make sure they get to at least 45, 50 against Abu Dhabi to put on the pressure. Akhtar is the new bowler. Starts off with a delivery on the pads. Some movement, gentle medium. Very happy Rithi Arvind to take that single and get off to the non-striking end and bring Fahad Nawaz on strike. And you can see he'll just have a quick word just to let him know if there's any movement in the air or on the deck, from the deck. After a late replacement in that side for Abu Dhabi, Abid.
Yeah, that's been the case. But what I like here is for Emirates Blues, they promoted Fahad Nawaz back to his position. He's a top order batter. I think it's a perfect opportunity for him as well. To bat at number 3 gives you a lot of time to settle. And someone like him. Oh, that nipped in back sharply. Not given, not given. Al-Akhtar is extremely quick and bowls that was in dippers. So good. Look at that now. Beautiful delivery. Oh, that was high and maybe going down the leg side also. Good call by Asif Iqbal. Not an easy Not an easy to play. Those in-swingers, especially when it's moving in a lot. Smartly done here now. Fahad Nawaz coming down the track to just negotiate with the swing. Nakhtar Shahzad is extremely quick. Where was he until now?
Three deliveries, just one run. Short ball pulled by Fahad Nawaz. When he plays those shots, there is a lot of class written all over it. Fahad Nawaz gets his first boundary, and what a way to get off the mark with a 4.
Yeah, been on a receiving end in a couple of occasions, but finally found the groove, how to go and play against Akhtar Shahzad. That's the way you need to attack. He's trying to trap him in front. Every time he tries to bowl that in-swinger, you cannot be a lot of similar every time.
Much better delivery and some inward movement from Akhtar. Very watchful Fahad, just plays it towards point and takes that single. So a decent start for Emirates Blues in the first 5 overs of the game.
I think ideal situation for Emirates Blues here. Just 1 wicket down of Zawar Farid, who was doing that accelerator job. Just couldn't get much runs under the belt. But for these two batters, they need to put a big partnership. Taken single, and Vrithia will keep the strike. It's 41 for 1 at the end of 5.
Five overs, 41 for 1. One more over to go in the power play, and there is spin that has been introduced into the attack. 7 innings for Zubair Khan. Left arm orthodox, 9 wickets. Economy of 7.4, which is good. Has got the ability to vary his pace. Oh, first ball, inside out, over covers. Playing it towards the bigger part of the boundary. And Osama does well to keep that ball in the field of play. They'll get 3 runs. And that's a good start to the over.
And look at the confidence of Vrithia. It's a new bowler. The first spin has been introduced. He goes, makes room and goes over the point. Well, that's kind of the confidence you carry through when you score most runs in the tournament. This is beautiful lofted shot. One bounce into the fence. What a cracking shot, Fahad Nawaz.
Good game awareness from Fahad. He knew the fielder was inside the 30-yard circle, so he had the license to go for the big hit. Down on one knee and plays it and clears the fielder with ease and comfort. 4 runs. This time he's bowled that wide. Protection at covers is inside the 30-yard circle. Again, the bigger part of the boundary, so you need to time the ball really well if you want to get runs. They'll only get 3 more.
Yeah, they exactly know where they can get runs. That was hit firmly and not timed superbly. 50 comes up for Emirates Blues. But again, makes room, goes big. Again, I think the ball is not getting enough Meat on it. Yeah, just pulled it back. And look at the running between the wicket. They've got fields underneath them.
3 more. I think this is the first time we've seen 3 threes taken in a matter of 1 over. And Fahad Nawaz, well, he's really quick and really fit. Wanted the 4th as well. This time he's played it up and over, extra cover again. Won't get 3. They'll have to settle for 2.
Yeah, but comfortable too. They are hitting at the right areas, I think, where they can get these runs. I think Fahad has been hungry to play in the power play. He's certainly enjoying his time out there. Good quicker delivery to end the over. A big one comes to an end. It's 56 for 1 at the end of 6. Let's have a look at the highlights of first 6 overs. That's how it started. Piercing the gap, perfect shot through the covers in a couple of occasions. Vritya, he's been hitting there along the ground, over the top, and that's a beautiful shot on the onside. Zawar was looking dangerous there. He just couldn't carry his inning here. This was the miscued in the air, and Zia takes that catch to bring his innings to an end. And Fahad Nawaz coming in. After a few deliveries, he started going hard. And this is where the best shot that he picked up on the onside, long on, with one knee down. An entertaining first 6 overs. Shoaib, what do you think? It's satisfying, 56 for 1?
For Emirates Blues, of course, I think it's a great start for them. Just that loss of 1 wicket, and they've got to 56 in the 6 overs, as Asif Iqbal signals the end of the power play overs. Good start, very good start for Blues. As Akhtar continues, some movement in the air again. That in-swinging delivery, no protection behind square, and just a flick will be enough for Arvind to get 4 runs. Another good start, positive start for Ritya Arvind in this over as well.
It's runs flowing from everywhere. Look at that shot. A great shot. He's just picked that in-swinger and has put that for the punishment. Excellent shot from Avritya. There you go. He's counting the fielders. Just working far. Want to know where the gap is available. Akhtar Shahzad bowls those in-swingers only. Yeah, really want to see him bowl one which troubles the batter, maybe going away.
Yes, predominantly an in-swinging bowler, Akhtar. But with that bowling, you need to have the right field placement as well. Now they've got that fine leg out. That should have been there on the very first ball itself. A mid-wicket fielder inside the 30-yard circle. A cover sweeper and a deep third. He's got the ability to move the ball. That's very watchful from Ritya Arvind. Plays it with soft hands and gets that single.
I think the idea is to invite Ritya play inside out. That's where Akhtar Shahzad will find his key strong, because he brings ball into the right-hander, and could be the reason he's kept that area vacant, inviting him to play the cover drive. Comfortable duck out for Emirates Blues so far.
Just a gentle nudge towards deep third again. Fahad Nawaz very happy to take that single, and that's the right way to go about it. After bowling, well, you can't be bowling onto the pads with that movement in the air. You have to finish on the off stump.
And we are just 1 minute away for that ring of fire to lit up. A very tense dugout. But I think it's a great contest. Abu Dhabi has played some best cricket so far. I think they'll find themselves in the top 4. That's what the first is all about. They're fighting for that spot.
Yes, top 4 of the 6 teams will be qualifying, and 5 are still in the hunt, except for Ajman, who are virtually out and will only be playing for pride in this tournament. Would want to finish on a high, but other than that, all the teams have a chance to qualify in the top 4. And as you rightly mentioned, the priority for these teams is to get into the top 4 first.
Good running. Good running. Excellent piece of running between the wicket between Brithia and Fahad Nawaz. Over number 7 comes to an end. It's 64 for 1.
The fun news fun fact, Australian cricketer Elisa Healy has also played hockey for New South Wales under 21 team. In an interview, she mentioned that she hasn't given up playing hockey and pursues the game in the winter to keep herself fit. How do you have so much talent in one individual, Abid?
Yeah, indeed. I mean,
We can't play one sport properly, and you
That's-
have people playing 3, 4 for fun.
yeah, that's why we are calling the game, not playing. Playing here tries to play inside out. Fahad Nawaz missed that occasion, and I think very risky shot that is. If Fahad gets that correct, 100% you need to be spot on.
Keeps low this time, Zubair. So he's learned from his mistake in that previous over, not bowling at the same pace and changing his line and length as well, not attacking the stumps all the time. Now he's taken a middle stump guard, trying to reach the ball. Fahad Nawaz keeping it outside of Zubair on all 3 occasions. Not bowling it on the stumps.
Now that stays in the air and dropped. Big chance goes down. Well, that should have been taken. You don't find Brithia playing every time in the air.
Now that's a big chance. Big wicket. Ritya Arvind playing that in the air, and that should have been taken. Mazhar Bashir diving to his left, but that will be classified as a dropped catch, and Ritya Arvind will breathe a huge sigh of relief after being given a chance. Will want to capitalize it. He's on 38 of 24. Will want to make it big, count for himself and for his side. But this has been a good over, very good over from Zubair. He's been keeping it out of reach of both these batters, keeping it way outside off, and a single is all they'll get on the last ball of the 8th over. 69 for 1 Emirates Blues.
Mazhar Bashir comes in. Another spinner comes in. He's a mystery bowler. The idea is to attack here from Fahad Nawaz. And I think he's enjoying himself at this number 3 position. Very important one. You need to have a complete package player to take that number. Solid defense and solid attack.
I think he's best suited for that number 3 position. They've tried him at different positions, but I think number 3 is just right for him. It will be interesting what Rashid has to say about that.
Yeah, we'll wait for his turn to come in. I think he's the only one we have around here who played this tournament, Rashid, there, who's been in and out. Good delivery there. So he can maybe understand the game better than us, who himself played in D10, the first edition.
Oh yes, definitely. And he's also very closely associated with all these players.
Yeah, he's
So,
everywhere. He's just everywhere, isn't he?
yeah, he's. And now he's eyeing a seat in the commentator's box as well. And he's doing a marvelous job there. So yes. Pressure on us, Abid.
Yeah, now we need to lift up the standards to match up to his standard.
As soon as the 6 overs have been done, the run scoring has just gotten a little slower from Emirates Blues, which is obvious in the middle overs. But I think what is positive is that Emirates Blues are not playing a lot of dot balls. A lot of singles there. This is where Fahad Nawaz has faltered more often than not, trying to play some flashy shots and has lost his wicket. Not on that occasion. 9 overs, 73 for 1. Slower in the air from Zubair. He was expensive in the first over. Gave away 15 odd runs, but then he's come back strongly in the second, Zubair.
I think the captain believes he can be the one who can give you the breakthrough here. Otherwise, this partnership will take you to the next level here. Nicely driven here. A single. He's just starting in and bowling a lot quicker.
That's why I feel he's a very smart bowler, Zubair. He knows what pace to be bowling at on what wicket and against which batter. So first over, he was a little slower against Ritya Arvind, but now he's bowling it a lot quicker and flatter. Another flat delivery. They're looking for 2. Challenging the arm. Diving Fahad Nawaz will get there in time. Not the best of throws from Rohit. And that has allowed Fahad Nawaz to get back into the crease.
And these fast bowlers usually holds very strong arm, but not here. Maybe not in the right balance to when he released the ball. Look at that. Yeah, I just was wondering. A little too great diving forward. Fahad Nawaz knows the value of his wicket and got opportunity to bat up to the order. So definitely he'll make use of it.
Quicker again from Zubair, not giving any room or flight on the delivery, especially when he's bowling to Ritya Arvind, because he's realized he's making room and playing it over extra cover. So not giving that chance to Arvind. Last ball of the over. Driven straight down the ground. We don't see Ritya Arvind trying to experiment a lot. He's got a stable mind and likes to take the innings deep. Halfway through the first innings, it's 79 for 1, as there's going to be a change in the com box. It's going to be Ahmed Khwaja and Mohammad Rashid coming up next.
Well, the action starts on the 13th of January. The brand new ILT20, 6 franchises spread all over the UAE, competing in the very first T20 Franchise League competition. Whether you're a Sharjah Warrior, a Desert Viper, an Abu Dhabi Knight Rider, or a Gulf Giant, choose your loyalties, choose your colors, and get ready for the biggest carnival in cricket coming to the Middle East. Joining me in the comm box is another fantastic carnival piece, Mr. Mohammad Rashid.
Hello, Ahmed. Thank you very much. Shoaib and Abid.
79 for 1 at the halfway stage. This game is poised very nicely indeed. Vritti Arvind, once again, the man holding it all together for the Blues. He's been in incredible form.
Certainly, and he's been playing that anchor role so superbly well. He's been marching his two troops. Talking about Abu Dhabi, I think Mazhar Bashir in picture right now. I was just reading a stat. He's got the most economical spell for anybody who's bowled more than 10 overs.
He's bowled beautifully in T20 for sure. Big shot by Fahad. Just spooned it towards long off. I feel he's batted with a very confused mindset today, Fahad Nawaz. Not sure which approach to take against the spinners.
Well, yes, I think he has that issue, and which is why we've seen so much fluctuation in his batting order.
Bit of a bottom edge, squeezed away to fine leg. Good fielding by the under 21 lad, Osama Hassan Shah. And he hasn't had a great tournament. Even Ali Shan Sharafu has been a bit hit and miss. It's truly been Vritti Arvind leading from the front.
Absolutely, and which is why we can see he's there right at the top of the run getters in the tournament. He plays that role. He's taken that role of that opener so superbly well.
And really embraced the captaincy as well. Big shot. Once again, it's spliced. And straight to deep mid-wicket. Well, Fahad Nawaz, he was playing a short a minute, and eventually he's holed out.
Well, no very smart shot there by Fahad Nawaz. I think it was towards that longer side of the boundary. It wasn't in there. The spinners are doing really well. They've slowed down their pace of the balls. Look at that. Getting down on one knee, not in control, and just lost his wicket at the wrong time, I think.
Yeah, that's truly a nothing shot. Disappointing dismissal for a pretty disappointing innings. 24 of 22, just couldn't get going. Emirates Blues, 82 for 2. So new batter in is Ali Shan Sharafu, another regular member of the UAE national side, young player, former under-19 captain of the UAE. Excellent record in D20. Look at that strike rate, 850s already. Best of 97, just falling short. And good to see some kids having some fun in the stands. They're pretty chuffed to see themselves on the big screen, and why not? It's always a thrill. Meanwhile, Mazhar Bashir in the middle of a good spell. Driven down the ground just for one. So once again, when they were just looking to cut loose, they've lost a wicket.
Well, I think they still are in a very good position. They've just lost 2 wickets, 83 on the board in 10.5. Vritti are still in there. I think that's the key there. Abu Dhabi needs to pick that Vritti wicket. They had that chance, but a slight fumble in the field, and he was dropped, I think, at backward point by Mazhar Bashir, the bowler.
Yeah, that was a tough grab. Content to push the ones against Mazhar Bashir. 84 for 2 at the end of 11 overs. Well, taking a look at the points table, you can see this match is very, very important. Dubai hot on the heels of Emirates Blues and Team Abu Dhabi. So somebody needs to create that cushion between them, and whoever loses will be looking behind, because Dubai are taking on the last placed Ajman side, you would expect them to get that win, Rashid.
Certainly, they've got that foot in the door, and they just putting that extra pressure on these two teams, Abu Dhabi and Emirates Blues. And this game and the game after this, they've got. I think that'll be certainly very important.
Important day in D20 for sure. Zubair Khan, the left arm spinner. He's been a touch expensive today, but will be looking to make a comeback in this spell. Oh, hello lads. Now you're on the big screen. Let's see some Fortnite dances.
I think he's a leg spinner.
Lovely to see. Lovely scenes. I think it might be the younger siblings of some of the Blues lads. Trying to work that. Oh, good fielding. Very sharp. Mazhar himself at point. They've still kept him there. Perhaps because he's a good fielder.
Well, he's a good fielder. Abu Dhabi's been a good fielding side. Just that one catch. But those are the kind of catches get you good wickets.
Yorker attempted there. That shouldn't have been a single. But once again, they're having to run hard between the sticks. It's not easy. It's not served up on a platter to them.
Certainly. Zubair coming back after that first over. He went for some runs, but he's understood the wicket and he's bowled really slow. Look at that. Again, not giving it to Vrithya. I think whenever you bowl it slow and slightly away from the batter, it's not coming onto the bat, Amit.
Yeah, very interesting surface. Once again, two-paced. And he has that very whippy action. Very side-on. Puts a lot of revs on the ball. And still gets it to turn off the surface as well from the same arm angle.
Certainly a lot of variation in his bowling. He bowls that quicker one rather well, but sometimes just gets carried away.
Well, we've seen plenty of outstanding left-arm spinners in this tournament. Ahmed Shafiq, Harry Barwal, Zubair Khan, Mohammad Nadeem as well. Beautifully bowled. That's a very steady spell from Zubair Khan. Good comeback after going for 20 in his first two. 87 for 2 with 8 overs to go. Mazhar Bashir to continue. Whippy shot on the leg side. They're going to push for 2 here. And one thing that will be very, very quick is the running between the wickets for the Blues.
Well, we've certainly seen that one record. Shoaib was talking about that 3 triples in that 1 over. I think I've never seen that before.
That's something quite incredible. High levels of cardio. On the brink of yet another 50 here. Vrithya Arvind, he's been the epitome of consistency throughout the D20, making a comeback to the UAE domestic scene after a year or so. Of course, he's studying his higher studies at Loughborough University in the UK. So dividing his time between academics and cricket can be a challenge for a young cricketer. And of course, you have your international commitments as well, Rashid.
Well, certainly he's a very smart young boy, and he's doing well in that both the fronts.
I'd like to know his GPA. Bottom edge. Oh, yes, no, maybe. Good choice. Osama Hassan Shah, very good fielder.
Well, another very smart person on the field is Ali Abid, who's done that change in the field, got in that short mid-wicket, and that stopped the flow of runs. We've got 2 dot balls already.
Yeah, Mazhar Bashir in the middle of a very good spell. And that will be 50 for Vrithya Arvind. Stacking up the runs and keeping his team in the hunt. Another fluent innings by the stand-in captain of Emirates Blues. Well played, young man.
Well, he's been the Mr. Consistent for ECB Blues throughout the tournament. He's been getting those runs and holding the innings together, as you rightly said.
Yeah, it's a big match for both sides. They needed somebody to show their quality. Into an outswinger. There's seam up from Mazhar Bashir. So keeping the batters honest.
Well, I think he's learning from Nasir Aziz. He does that really well, Nasir Aziz. He bowls that outswinger perfectly.
Yeah, we've seen Nasir Aziz do that, Mazhar Bashir do that. Even Ron Mustafa can do that delivery as well. Excellent over. This is good pressure bowling from the men in yellow. 90 for 2. Well, there you can see most runs in the tournament. Vritti Arvind, a class apart, more than 130 runs ahead of the second-ranked batter. Plenty of 50s, that best of 100 against the mighty Sharjah of all teams. Outstanding performance. I'm sure the ECB management and, of course, the UAT management is very satisfied with this progress.
Well, certainly we are. We have been talking about that. And but the one important thing in this whole chart is that average. Look at that average, 64.83, way above the others.
And then we have Usman Khan and Mohammad Nadeem of Sharjah in there. Ali Abid, the captain of Abu Dhabi, having a good tournament as well. 200 plus runs to his name. And I think they'll need another innings from him. Let's see what kind of run chase they have. No Mohammad Wasim, as mentioned by our co-commentator Shoaib Ahmed. That's a big surprise. He's feeling the heat.
Oh, absolutely. He's not been having a good tournament. But, you know, the class of Mohammad Wasim, he's going to bounce back in any game and win that game for Fujairah. And that might be one of the most important games of the tournament.
And there you can see the two hottest men at the Dubai International, Ahmed Khwaja and Mohammad Rashid, seated together in the comm box. We make a good pairing.
Oh, certainly.
Well, Shoaib Ahmed is getting jealous.
But brilliant graphics there.
Oh, lovely. Oh, look at that. Paddled, scooped over the fine leg. A touch of genius from Vritti Arvind.
Well, he really plays this shot well. I've been waiting for this shot. I've been mentioning this to Shoaib Ahmed throughout the first 10 overs that ramp shot has to come out, and it certainly has. And it's a good thing I'm calling the game.
Got as low as possible and elevated it over the fine leg. You need those unorthodox shots. They're breaking the rhythm of ones and dots. 54 of 42. Can he kick into gear and really go ballistic? Zia Mukhtar feeling the heat. Pick up shot over square leg. And straight to the fielder, Naik Mohammed. Oh, how close was that? He's looking at his bat. But that's a huge body blow to the Blues.
Well, certainly unlucky. I think the shot was on and he picked his position really well, but I think that bottom of the bat, I think he's just got that out at the wrong time, ACB Blues.
Yeah, the shot was on. It was on midland leg. Beautiful pickup, but straight to the deep square leg. Naik Mohammed with the pressure catch. The momentum swings once again. Vritti gone for a fabulous 54. 94 for 3. New batter in is the lanky left-hander Ashwant Valthappa. Well, he's been floated right from 1 to 6 throughout the lineup. They're looking for the right role for him. And I'm surprised not to see Vishnu Sukumaran yet. He's not in the playing 11. Well, that's a blow. There you go then. Ashwant has that role tonight.
Well, they're trying out their players on every position and seeing who does well where. I think which is the right thing. These kind of tournaments, you try that.
Oh, caught and bowled. What reflexes from Zia Mukhtar. Relax, I've got it. Brilliant, brilliant reflexes. And back-to-back wickets for Abu Dhabi.
Well, very good reflexes. Look at that. That was coming to Zia, and he's just up. Oh, yeah, he was saving his face maybe. But a good catch and a great celebration. He's there. He's still there. I'm here. Yes, yes, absolutely you're there.
Drama at the Dubai International. Emirates Blues have been rocked. 94 for 4. So young Mohammad Farazuddin, all-rounder coming in at number 6 with Zia Mukhtar on a hat-trick. Can we see another magic moment here in the D20?
Well, that's one thing which has been missing throughout this tournament. We haven't seen a hat-trick yet. I'd love to see one.
So Zia Mukhtar, the man in the spotlight. Here he goes. Oh, right on the money. And right behind it is Farazuddin.
Very solid there, Farazuddin. And a very good comeback here by Zia. I think he bowled the first few overs pretty well, but this over has certainly, it's changed the momentum of the game. Can this be that over?
Most certainly. Now it is the men in yellow who are dictating terms. Two new batters at the crease. Oh, struck him high on the knee roll there. Getting that ball to just jag in off the deck. He's been very impressive throughout the tournament, Zia Mukhtar.
Well, certainly. And Pritya initially was trying to get him and make sure that he doesn't get that rhythm, which he was succeeded in, and got some runs off Zia. But this over, he's come back really, really well. I'm just so impressed with his bowling in this over.
Oh, inside edge. That could have easily been chopped on. Kamranata, very sharp behind the sticks. Brilliant over from Zia Mukhtar. Only 4 runs conceded and 2 important wickets. 94 for 4. Well, the top 5 wicket takers in the tournament, Saqib Manchid has been absolutely brilliant. 17 wickets in just 7 matches, including a fifer against his ex-team, Fujairah. Colonel Zahid started the tournament like a house on fire, has just gone off the boil a little bit. Then we have the man you mentioned, Mazhar Bashir, in at number 11, tied with Mohammad Nadeem and Abdul Malik. But look at that economy rate for Mazhar Bashir here, Rashid. Outstanding.
Certainly, he's got that brilliant economy. But one thing I'm very surprised is that there is no bowler from the ECB Blues team in this list. And Ajman, obviously. Beg your pardon, Ajman is right at the top. ECB Blues is not there.
Yeah, they have a galaxy of riches in their fast bowling resources. Muhammad Jawadullah. They've got Sabir Rao, Hazrat Bilal, Matiullah Khan. But they've been rotating them all around as well. So perhaps that could be a reason. Sanchit Mohan Sharma in there as well. Meanwhile, Mazhar Bashir trying to move up that top 5 run getters, wicket takers chart. But Ali Shan Sharifu, in all the chaos, he's still there.
Well, it's very important to see how he plays this rest of the 35 deliveries he's got. He needs to make sure that he stays till the end.
Oh, absolutely. Cut away behind point. It should be 2. Farazuddin is absolutely rapid between the wickets and makes it quite easily.
Well, we've seen Ali Shan Sharifu. He's got a very free-flowing kind of batting. And he plays his shots. He's got that intent. But have ECB having lost those 4 wickets, I think, will he be changing his gameplay?
Well, he's gotten rid of his chewing gum, so he's serious. Just smashed it for 6. So it's down to business. Hit straight to extra cover, and he's gotten out to the spinners a couple of times. He's holed out, not quite connecting with his 6 hitting drives. So he will be thinking about that in the back of his mind. Oh, that's a filthy delivery. Mazhar Bashir, just as we were bigging him up, he's bowled one right down leg and put away for 4.
Well, probably trying another new variation, and that delivery got the treatment it deserved. Ali Shan is not going to miss out on those. That was a freebie, and he's made the most of it.
Yeah, that's not even a tisra. That looks like a panchwa to me. Would have been 5 wides, but put away efficiently by Ali Shan. That'll make him feel a bit better. 100 up for the Blues. Still plenty of time to post a big score. Looking relatively more comfortable at the crease now.
Well, he just needs to make sure he spends some time out there, keep rotating the strike, and the bad balls he gets, he just keeps depositing them outside the boundary. This is what's important. They've got another 5 overs. If they can muster up another 50, 60 runs, I think it'll be a good total to defend.
Very watchfully played. No single there. So an excellent spell from Mazhar Bashir comes to an end. Only conceded 19 and a valuable wicket. 101 for 4. Well, the broadcast and streaming partners of the MazzaPlay.net Emirates D20. You can watch it on fan code in India, live ball by ball action, and of course the CricTracker YouTube channel and Facebook page. It's an ITW Prod G and TPD 360 production for the Emirates Cricket Board. And it's the Emirates Blues who are just under a hint of pressure here. It's a must-win game, and it's right on the edge. The game could slide either way.
Well, I think the first 10 overs or the first 12 overs, it was advantage ECB Blues. But at the moment, I think Abu Dhabi's got that edge.
Picked up, shoveled onto the leg side, and that's a flat six from Alishan Sharafu.
Well, these are the bad balls we were talking about. Don't miss out on those. And Alishan Sharafu, he's got that class and he's got that temperament. He's got that power, absolutely. He's got that power to hit it over that boundary. Very flat six.
He just put that away arrogantly, dismissed from his presence. And Zia Mukhtar, that's a poor delivery to start the over, but we have seen he does tend to bounce back. Full toss, driven to mid-off, and they'll safely take a single. So that's the right approach. Get that early boundary and then watch from the other end.
Well, that's true. That's what great batsmen do. They make sure that they keep rotating that strike, and that single right after that boundary, I think that's the most difficult thing to do. And if you can do that very easily, I think you can get yourself at that top level.
Absolutely easier said than done. Oh, Firazuddin, he's just towed it towards extra cover. And thankfully, it's just over the inner ring. That was a shocking shot.
Well, it's got him off the mark. He was still on not after 4 deliveries, and he's just tried to hit it over that mid-off region. Well, the idea was right. The mid-off was in the circle, but he's just come in. He hasn't opened his account. I think he should have gone for that drive rather than that hit over that mid-off.
Really got away with that one. Of course, Alishan Sharafu will be part of the Sharjah Warriors in ILT 20. And that's better. Sliced over point. It might not travel all the way. Deep third will clean it up. And they're pushing for 3. Oh, that's brilliant running from Alishan. Fantastic commitment.
Oh, simply superb. Super running there. Alishan pushing Farazuddin. I think this will be the only match where we have seen so many threes being taken.
I think he's a fan of F1. He almost lapped him there. Take a look. Good work. Well, these two have been playing together since they were probably in shorts in grade 3, grade 4. So they know each other's capabilities well. Belted over mid-off. Calculated hit from Alishan. Fantastic batting.
Well, he picked the slow one perfectly, and he knew where those fielders were. He didn't try to overhit it, just timed it sweetly and got that over that mid-off region, and a very good boundary there by Alishan Sharafu.
Well, this is why this lad is considered the future batting superstar of UAE, the backbone of the middle order. 20 off 14, he's just flipped a switch and counter-attacking with style. And he's just squeezed it out and will keep the strike. Very expensive over from Zia Mukhtar. And now the Emirates Blues, they look to be back on track. 118 for 4. Akhtar Shehzad back into the attack. Well, 4 overs to go. 24 deliveries remaining. What do you think is a decent final score for the Blues here, Rashid?
Well, anything above 150, we've seen that teams chasing always have a difficult time, but it depends on what kind of a bowling show you put on. ECB, we know that we've got a very good fielding side and a very good bowling side as well.
Yeah, they've defended scores quite easily in the last 2-3 matches. They tend to prefer batting first and then defending scores with their deep bowling lineup. And it works for them so far. Let's see what Akhtar can do here. Right on the money. Very full. That's where you need to do. Either you bowl very full or very short in the death overs. Nothing in between.
Well, you'll have to be absolutely very confident and very sure of your bowling. And that control has to come in. That's when you can become a very good death bowler. But what I like about Ali Abid is he's picked the ends perfectly for his bowlers.
Yeah, he's been the standout captain alongside maybe Vritti Arvind in this T20. Very impressive. Love the way they play their cricket. Love the way they command their troops. Meanwhile, Farazuddin looking to get going, looking to be aggressive. Oh, well bowled. He has that low arm angle, Akhtar Shehzad. So that's good to bowl full. That trajectory will suit him.
Well, he's got that control. If you look at that. Probably a slower Yorker, which is very hard to control, and he's bowled it brilliantly, I think.
Yeah, looks to be a good pick for this game. Of course, they are suffering from some injuries. Ghulam Murtaza, Jonathan Figgy, to name a few. Ataur Rahim, their star opening batter as well, not fully fit. So their squad depth has been tested. And even Figgy was playing well. Ataur Rahim, really good all-round option. Ghulam Murtaza, we all know about his big hitting abilities and seam bowling. But still, Team Abu Dhabi have looked very, very strong throughout the tournament.
Absolutely. They've got that confidence and self-belief, which I always talk about. And also, the one thing I love about this team is that they've got that intent, and they don't get bogged down very easily.
Yeah, they've played it. They played a very different brand of cricket as compared to the other 5 teams. That's for sure. Sliced towards that deep cover. So far, a very steady over from Akhtar. I think they're looking for that big shot somewhere. Maybe that paddle or scoop from Farazuddin. That could be an option. There is the third man up and the fine leg up. So perhaps attempt that shot.
But he's been bowling the slower ones quite often, I think, which is why that scoop shot wouldn't be in the mind of Farazuddin or Alishan Sharafu. They would want to go over the top, probably towards that extra cover region.
Oh, he goes downtown. He's got a lot of height, but not the distance. So Farazuddin was trying to be aggressive. In the end, perished. Good catch taken at long off.
Well, that's what a good over does to you. He didn't give away too many runs in the over, which is why I just frustrated Faraz. I got the elevation, but certainly didn't get the distance on that one. And a very easy catch taken by Nick Mohammed, I think. Yes.
So once again, the Blues, just when they were looking to pick up some momentum, have lost a wicket. 121 for 5. New batter in is the young all-rounder Sanchit Mohan Sharma. Excellent strike rate in D20, and they need that best of 29 right here, right now. Maybe at least half of that.
Well, if he can get 30 on that strike rate, I think he'll do really well for his team. SMS, as you call him. I think he's got some time in the middle.
Yeah, let's see if he can deliver the message. Sorry for that pun. 121 for 5. Well, can Team Abu Dhabi restrict the Blues below 150? Oh, hint of in swing there. excellent over from Akhtar Shehzad. Only conceded 4 runs and a wicket. 122 for 5. Well, there you can see Vritti Arvind once again leading from the front. Decent hands from Fahad Nawaz, and Alishan Sharaf, who is still out there. Look at that, only one extra. Super disciplined, this Abu Dhabi side. They still have not a lot of batting to become. Maybe Rahul Bhatia can contribute. Maybe Hazrat Bilal can swing from the hip. Aditya Shetty is not too bad with the bat these days.
Well, Aditya Shetty can certainly hit the ball, and he loves to bat and he loves to hit those sixes.
Well, he's a typical leggy, isn't he? Fancies himself with the bat. Right then, Rohit Khan, left arm, very, very quick. One of the most impressive youngsters in this D20. Oh, trying to nibble at it. Sanchit Sharma, he does like to play the ball behind square a lot. Very good on that cut shot. And that was just too quick for him. No feet movement, just staying leg side of the ball.
Very tentative there, Sanchit. I think he should just be confident and go for that big single. Don't try to be cheeky to get Alishan on strike. I think he needs to be very confident.
Feels like a tight game. Both have a lot at stake. Yorker length squeezed out, and yeah, he's done exactly what Rashid has advised. Get to the other end. Let Alishan do the heavy lifting.
Well, it's imperative for ECB Blues to get, if they would want to get to that 150, that this man on strike, he stays till the end and he faces as many deliveries in this 16 deliveries we've got.
And it's a new look top order for Abu Dhabi today. No Jonathan Figgy, no Atar Rahim. Mohammad Rayan got a first ball duck, unfortunately, against Fujairah, so he'll be a touch nervous. Slapped over extra cover. Alishan Sharafu cuts loose.
Width there by Rohit, and with the pace he's got, I think Alishan would enjoy that, and he did. He got to the pitch of the ball. Look at that. Used the crease and hit it towards that empty extra cover region and got that boundary.
Yeah, that was a good old-fashioned slap there from Alishan. And he is one of the unique young batters in the UAE who can hit 4s and 6s outside power play. And temperamentally very solid. Oh, that was just too quick for him. Rohit Khan with an excellent response.
Oh, very good response. He's come back like a fast bowler, true fast bowler. That short pitch delivery surprised Alishan. That was too quick for him, I think.
Well, we've seen 3 outstanding left-arm seamers, young left-arm seamers in this tournament. Rohit Khan, and of course we have Mohammad Jawadullah playing for the Blues today, and Yug Sharma for Team Dubai. Not quite as quick as the other two, but been super consistent. Oh, that struck him very low. Big appeal. But I think there was an inside edge there. Big inside edge, in fact. Given as leg buys. Interesting.
Well, that looked like we heard 2 sounds there. Certainly hitting something. Look at, well, very interesting.
Well, it was definitely pitching outside. Bit of a quickish off-cutter there from Rohit. And yeah, I think that thud was off that thigh pad. That fleshy sound. Still been a decent over from Rohit, all things considered. Just squeezed towards mid-wicket. Are they going to push for 2 here? Yes, they are. Alishan has set off. And Sanchit will make it in time. Good running. That's one thing they can definitely do. 130 for 5 with 2 overs to go. Akhtar Shehzad in for his final over. Slower delivery, bowled on the stumps. They're going to push for 2. On the throw. Oh, that's horrible. Come on, Zia Mukhtar. You can do better than that.
Very good running there by Alishan Sharafu. He just took off, and I think I thought that would have been close, but he's got there rather easily.
It's a big square on the leg side. Just a toe end. And he wasn't exactly motoring. But the throw was well off target and no momentum on it. Maybe a bit tired, Zia Mukhtar, after his 4-over spell. 29 of 21 for Alishan. He's gone over mid-wicket. Can it find the gap there? No, the long on will get around. Another comfortable 2. So they're certainly using the big leg side boundary to their advantage.
A smart batting there. He's not trying to overhit them and go for that maximums. He's trying to just place them in the gaps and try to get 4s, or as they were running couples. They've got a couple of couples already, so they can get if they can get 10 runs in this over, then that 150 is on for that last over.
16 runs away. Outside edge, and third man is up. So that's a safe boundary, a priceless boundary for the Blues.
A very welcome boundary. I think it's been a while since they got a boundary. And Alishan, was that deliberate? It looked I thought it was deliberate. Yeah, he was trying to hit it over that point region, but got a rather thickish edge towards that third man region.
They certainly needed that. 8 runs off the first 3 deliveries. Akhtar Shehzad has to be switched on here. It wasn't a bad delivery, just a touch wide. His length has been not too bad, but cannot offer width, especially to this lad. Short ball and it's gone straight up. Change of pace works beautifully for Akhtar Shehzad, and he's picked up a huge wicket.
A tired looking shot there by Alishan Sharafu, and that change of pace was simply superb. Look at that. No idea. He waited for the ball, wanted to hit it towards that square leg region, but at the end, very easy catch for Kamran Atha. Alishan Sharafu gone for 35. A good, well-made 35 of 24 deliveries. ECB Blues 138 for the loss of 6 wickets.
Aditya Shetty coming in at number 8. Very good strike rate. Actually, I'm very surprised to read that. He has been working very hard on his batting. We all know about his leg spin skills. Best of 19. Well, if he can provide something close to that, they'll be in a very good position. Akhtar Shehzad, excellent spell. 2 for 27. Brilliantly bowled. He's not express quick, but the lines and lengths are super consistent.
Well, absolutely a very impressive inclusion into the squad. Akhtar Shehzad has been impressive throughout the day. He's already got 2 wickets and given away just 28 runs in 3.5 overs. And with Alishan and Bhrithia on strike, I think he's done a wonderful job.
Most certainly. Those are the best of the best in the UAE. And he's held his own. In fact, performed really well. Really brought the Abu Dhabi side back into the contest. I thought we were looking at a 160, 170 score easily. A big full toss, flick towards square leg for a maximum from SMS.
Well, I think it's just the commentator's curse. Sorry about that. It's got to Akhtar Shehzad, and Sanchit hit that, timed it perfectly towards that longer side of the ground, and he's got a brilliant 6 of that well-needed 6 for ECB Blues. 145 for the loss of 6 wickets. 6 more to go.
Rohit Khan to bowl the final over of the innings. Aditya Shetty on strike. A brilliant Yorker squeezed away. Deep third, had to move swiftly to his left. And Aditya has done the right job. Cotton Sanchit Mohan Sharma back on strike, coming off a 6.
Well, he certainly got that strike rate up. He's matching or going better than his own previous strike rates. He's on 200 right now. So if he can get another 10 runs in this over, in the last 5 balls, I think that'll give a very good momentum to Team ECB Blues.
Good to see some spectators in here this Friday evening. Watch some live cricket. Big shot over mid-wicket. All the way for 6. Sanchit Mohan Sharma dealing in maximums.
Oh, that was length ball, and Sanchit is not missing out on those towards that shorter side of the ground. Rohit just erring with his length, and Sanchit not missing out.
Well, Sanchit or Sachin, they both sound right to me. That was absolutely creamed. Beautiful hit. And this is why this boy has been picked in ILT20. He's going to be a Gulf giant, and he's batting like one. This one going across him. Nicely bowled. Good response. But meanwhile, 150. That psychological barrier has been crossed.
Well, certainly. And thanks to this man, look at that. Right on that edge of that wide line. And that belongs to the umpire, and a very good call, I think.
Yeah, he was looking to open up that leg side once again. Just stepped away from the ball. Good battle here. Oh, short ball. And the umpire has let it go. 1 for the over. These are 2 priceless dot balls for Abu Dhabi.
Well, Sanchit looks perplexed. He wanted that wide. He wanted that over the shoulder wide as well. So he's missed out on 2 deliveries already.
Yeah, I think that's perfect. Just below the helmet. Sanchit himself is a tall lad, about 6'2". So this is going to be pitched up. You have to be mentally prepared, Sanchit. Can you challenge the leg side boundary again? Change of pace. Call is for 2. Aditya has to go. He has to go. And he won't make it. Simple run out. They will pick up 1. And he's sacrificed his wicket to get Sanchit back on strike.
Well, the right thing to do. I think it was well bowled by Rohit. He didn't give him that pace. Sanchit trying to heave that over mid-wicket. And he's right away he called that for a couple. And Aditya Shetty doing the right thing, sacrificing his wicket. Giving that strike to Sanchit. ECB Blues 152 for 6 with just 2 deliveries to go.
Final ball of the innings, 153 on the board. Sanchit on strike. And he screamed this over covers. 1 bounce over the rope, putting the exclamation mark on the innings. Sanchit Mohan Sharma with a blinder of a cameo.
Oh, brilliant cameo there by Sanchit Sharma. He's certainly given that impetus, that momentum to ECB Blues at the end. 157. That'll be a very daunting total for Abu Dhabi to chase.
Almost went for 6, but clearly landing in. So they did pick up a maximum and a boundary to conclude. 157 for 7. I think they'll be relatively satisfied. Maybe just an above par score. But Team Abu Dhabi, I think they've done a good job in the field here, Rashid. They should be able to chase this down.
Well, they've done a very good job with the ball. Certainly, Zia Mukhtar and Akhtar Shahzad, they did a brilliant job with the ball. I feel that the momentum slightly at the end was tilting towards ECB Blues. If they could have stopped them somewhere under 150, that would have really, pumped them up.
Completely agree. Let's take a look at the batting scorecard then. Vritti Arvind, yet another 50 to his name in the D20. Fahad Nawaz and Ali Shan Sharafu chipping in as well. But it was Sanchit Mohan Sharma, 21 of just 10 deliveries, adding that late impetus to the innings with some big striking.
Well, look at the bowling card. Well, very disciplined bowling, as we can see with these extras. But that Mazhar Bashir spell, 19, just giving away 19 runs and giving away, picking up a wicket. Akhtar Shahzad, that inclusion into the side today. Zia Mukhtar picking up those 2 wickets in the same over. I think brilliantly bowled by Abu Dhabi.
They've done a very good job as a unit. Completely agree. Let's take a look at the highlights of this batting effort from the Blues then. Once again, it was Vritya Arvind setting the early tone. That was the first wicket to go down. Zawar Farid not in control of that pull shot. And then Fahad Nawaz played a few chancy shots, eventually gave it away. But then it was Vritya Arvind holding out to square leg. At that stage of the game, Rashid, the innings could have completely imploded. But full credit to Alishan Sharfu. He did a good job alongside Sanchit Sharma.
Well, certainly he kept his cool and he made sure that he was till the 18th or 19th over, he kept himself in the game. And then it was Sanchit Sharma, I think, that last impetus he gave, that will be really helping.
It was that flick over square leg for 6. Then
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to this exciting game between Emirates Blues and Abu Dhabi, the match number 24. All important game, must-win game for both the sides. And we are all set to begin the second inning, where Emirates Blues been invited to bat first, and they scored 157 in 20 overs. And we are yet to see the response of the team Abu Dhabi. And there you go, Naik Mohammed, the King Kong of Abu Dhabi, has come in to start the proceedings for Abu Dhabi, and to start the proceedings from the com box. My name is Abid, and joining me is Shoaib Ahmed. Welcome, Shoaib.
Thank you, Abid. Naik Mohammed, as you rightly mentioned, he is definitely one of the big stars in that Abu Dhabi lineup. Has the ability to hit the ball far, far away into the stands.
Yeah, those wrists, those arms, the strong shoulder, and that wood looks just like a toothpick in his hand.
Yes, while on the other hand, it's Mohammad Rian. Just his second game, was out on the very first ball in the previous game that he played against Fujairah. Hazrat Bilal, he'll be opening the proceedings for Emirates Blues. 6 innings, 8 wickets for him, and an economy of 7.17.
One thing is for sure, he can be express. No, ball number 1, second innings. And down the leg side straight away. Not a great delivery from Hazrat Bilal. And it takes a little time for the fast bowlers to get settled. And good movement. It's just, I think, Hazrat Bilal is using his and trying to understand this deck. Again, similar delivery, but this time negotiates, gets a single, and that's given as leg byes. So Abu Dhabi is yet to get their first runs from the bat.
Yeah, some extra bounce for Hazrat Bilal on that occasion. Hitting the thigh pad of Naik Mohammed.
Well, this man has to score some runs, particularly has responsibility to fulfill. And in the previous occasion when he's gone cheaper, need to make use of the number 1 spot. Ryan. Yeah, solidly behind that. It's not a huge target on board, Shoaib. You can afford to take a little time at the center. It's all about how you tackle these fast bowlers of Emirates Blues. They've got one of the finest bowling attack. Obviously, we had a brilliant bowling attack, as Fujairah also carries that heavyweight fast bowling attack. So does Emirates Blue as well. The next from the other end, but I think will be Jawadullah. There's plenty of pace, plenty of talent, and plenty of headaches for these openers.
Another dot ball from Hazrat. And it's 158. It's a very tricky score. It's not as if you need to score 10 runs and over, but it's important that the first 6 overs they get runs.
I think 45 or 50 runs with keeping all wickets intact. That's where Abu Dhabi would like to be. Plenty of youngsters in this Emirates Blues team. Ali Shan, Farazuddin, Mohammad, Jawadullah, Aditya Shetty getting a game today. Another youngster. And meanwhile, they've got Fahad Nawaz as well, who scored some runs. Rahul Bhatia again. The young side. And look at that soft touch. And that's what these youngsters do. They give 100% of their efforts.
Yes, first runs off the bat for Rian. 3 runs on the board already. Good start from Hazrat Bilal. Clipped off the pads again down the leg side. That could have been another wide.
Yeah, this is the man that I was talking about. Pretty young, early days for him, and raw talent. And he pulls quick. All these left arm fast bowlers, they're special in every team. They got one who can make difference. For Abu Dhabi, it's Rohit Khan. On to the pads. And will that be given from the bat? Yeah. I think off the mark, Naik Mohammed as well. It's 4-4 none, Abu Dhabi. And we're yet to get to see how this man plays. Now very watchful. Right, Sanchit Sharma will be coming in from the golf course end. No Jawadullah. And I think when you have plenty of options, you sort of enjoy Sanchit Sharma. Has he got him? Has he got him? Straight up. Finger goes up. Easy decision for Asif Iqbal and a wicket on a very first delivery. Sanchit Sharma strikes. What a big wicket. What a big moment.
First wicket down for Abu Dhabi, and Sanchit has had a great outing so far with the bat in the first innings, and now on the very first ball gets it right on the money. Inward movement for Sanchit. Beaten all ends up. Naik Mohammed will have to walk back after scoring 1 of 4. Abu Dhabi lose their first with 4 on the board.
There you go, the wicket-keeping batsman. Kamran Atta comes into the centre with best of 85 in a strike rate of 152. Well, they don't need hard hitting now. They need to settle here. They lost their first wicket. Absolutely peach of a delivery to dismiss someone like Naik Mohammed, who loves to play on onside. Got trapped in front, trying to play across the line. Beautiful delivery from Sanchit to start with. That's the kind of start you need. Charging, coming down the track, and Sanchit smart enough to pull the length back. Gets a little bit of a swing. Yeah, that's extra bounce. A perfect ball that is from Sanchit Sharma. Oh, again. That extra bounce is certainly troubling the batter. Shoaib, I think batter need to be watchful here.
Yeah, especially against Sanchit, because he's definitely in great rhythm. And what I like about him is that he's got that ability to move the ball both ways.
Yeah, he started with the in-swinger and now beating the batter with the outswingers. 3 dot balls back to back. At the fourth one as well. This is on a verge to get a first wicket maiden.
Yes, 5 dot balls and a wicket included in that. So one more ball to go. Kamran normally doesn't take his time. He likes to play his shots, especially in the 6 overs of power play. But he'll have to play sensibly here. Abu Dhabi cannot afford to lose another wicket.
Very watchful, tries to play with the wrist, couldn't beat that fielder, and that's a first wicket maiden for Emirates Blues. Great start. It's 4 for 1. Hazrat Bilal from the other end. He's just trying to bowl around that pad. Maybe he's looking to get that leg before as his partner got already. Maiden wicket for Sanchit Sharma to start with.
Yeah, definitely want to get into that zone, Hazrat. Hazrat Bilal made his debut just a month back against Nepal in Nepal for UAE.
That is up and over. Beautifully played that cut shot. He banged it short and the batter was ready for it. Ryan gets his first boundary and Abu Dhabi does get his first boundary.
A short and wide, and Rian very quickly latches onto that length, slashes hard, and makes sure the ball travels and crosses the ropes. He's played that towards the bigger part of the boundary. So definitely a very, very good shot coming in from Rian.
I think if that bouncer was directed for that indica, would have been a different case here. Oh yeah, there you go. He bowled it down the leg side. That's what the fast bowlers are about. When they get hit, they try hard. Nothing wrong with the seam position. It just got his angle lock. He wanted to bowl around that off stick. I think positive start. Abu Dhabi need here. They need to convert and they capitalize this first 6 overs well. Again, a wide ball. It's difficult for the bowlers. The first man they have to face is their captain who's standing behind the sticks.
Yeah, not a great delivery from Hazrat. Has been a little wavered today. That boundary ball was way outside off, and now he's missed his target twice in a row, spraying it down the leg side.
I think he's just trying over. He's trying to get express pace or maybe trying to do something out of the box. Yeah, this is what he was trying, and no slip at Corden. The gully couldn't reach to it. But the third comes in to the rescue. Meanwhile, they'll complete 2. Good delivery. That's what Bilal was trying to get all this time. He got one perfect. He picked up a wicket already in the game. Why don't you give a slip to your spearhead bowler?
Thickish outside edge. Yeah, Hazrat. That was a good delivery. One of the best that he has bowled so far. Just has been wayward. Has to be consistently hitting that length.
Again. Bowling down the leg side. And when you're just not able to get that right as a fast bowler, I think first thing the captain should do is switch the end for Azad Bilal. Someone like who's spraying down the leg side. Switch end might bring you wickets here.
Nudged it towards square. Oh, direct hit, but I think he's made it safe and sound. Rian. A change of end. I think he's just trying to bowl a lot straight for some reason, and hence has been missing his mark. Also, the ball moving into Abid, into the right-hander Abid is not helping.
Yeah, and I think he's made it. Yeah, we went upstairs. Asif Iqbal send that for the TV umpire. I think you're spot on there because the batter is already knows kind of your approach, what you are up to, and what your idea is. They are ready for it. All this time, Hazrat Bilal is trying to bring ball into the right hander. Need to bring us something different here. As you mentioned, he recently made his international debut in Nepal. So I think he worked with the best in the house.
Yes, definitely has learnt and improved and upgraded a lot, Hazrat. 12 runs already in his 1.5 overs. Last ball will want to finish well. A dot ball to end the over. 3 overs bowled. Abu Dhabi are 13 for 1.
Sanchit is impressive tonight. He's been seriously testing the batters. What a back foot this time.
That's a wild swing from Kamran. It's as if he's not even watching the ball, just swinging the bat blindly. Doesn't work when the bowler has the ability to move the ball. He'll have to be a lot more watchful and play on the merit.
Yeah, this time he's much in control. And he'll get off the mark, playing 7 deliveries. And that's the first runs conceded by Sanchit Sharma. Remarkable bowling today. But it's the other end which is leaking runs for Emirates Blues. Hazrat Bilal, he looked completely different bowler after getting hit for a boundary. Yeah, stretching out, quite evident. Zawar Farid would be coming in. Maybe. Yeah, look at that. He's a hard-working lad, let me tell you. A complete all-rounder. bats well, gives you those 2 to 3 good overs. Hitting onto the bats, but in swinger. Now, this is what you've been talking about, Sanchit. He can swing the ball both ways, in and out. And it's all about how you use them to surprise the batter. Sanchit has bowled that first one as an in-swinger, got a wicket. And since then, he's kept this ball as a surprise weapon for the batters.
Yes, that's right. He's very effective with the new ball. Again, in swinging delivery. Watchful Rian. A slow start for Abu Dhabi.
Not a bad start here for Emirates Blues while scoring 157 on board. It's a good start. At least they picked up a wicket. But I think the spinners holds the key here. They have added Aditya Shetty today. His googlies would be priceless here. Yeah, big swing, big outswinger. Oh, calls it wide. There you go. Shocked Sanchit. I think it swung miles. Yeah, I think spot on there. Good call by the umpire Asif Iqbal. Yeah, you can be shocked, but that swing was a bit too much.
Yes, I felt that it was a wide as well. So just on over that wide marker. That's much better. Closer to the off stump and well guided by Rian for a single.
I think much improved bowler Sanchit Sharma. I've been watching him from that first D10 back in 2020. He was a good bowler. He used to be a raw talent. Now into the safe hands, working hard with the coaches, and simply the best in business. Oh, big swing and a miss, came down the track, missed it completely. 16 for 1 at the end of 4, Abu Dhabi. There goes Zawar Farid into the attack, and he also starts with the wide. I think there is something wrong with that end, or maybe some curse for the fast bowlers. Plenty of extras already, 7.
You're watching a lot of horror movies, Abid. Too much Netflix.
No, certainly watching a lot of cricket games, yeah, and no time. I just love calling this game and watching exciting game of cricket. Last night we had two thrillers.
Oh, yes, a thrilling run there. Quick running between the wickets, soft hands.
And this is also on its worst to get another thriller.
Yeah, this could be a dramatic game.
Yeah, slow one this time, straight to the fielder. They've just kept Abu Dhabi quiet here, especially Kamran Atta. You don't see him usually being exposed here against the fast bowlers. Played 9 deliveries, got only 1 run. I think that was the only shot which he's got a connection onto his bat.
Yes, looks to be struggling at the moment, Kamran.
Poor delivery, and was certainly deserving this punishment. Effortless shot from Kamran Atta. Really nothing delivery there.
Yes, short pitched, not a lot of pace on the pads. And all Kamran had to do was just guide it towards fine leg. He's done that, and he's got 4 runs.
I think it's really risky to allowing and giving poor deliveries to someone like Kamran Atta. Yeah, this time he slashed it and got 1 bounce into the fence. That's how he plays when you give him something to connect and gets the confidence.
The ball, again, no movement. That allows Kamran Atta to just free his arms and play his shots. Dancing down the track, he's got that one and just deposited it over mid-off for 4.
And look at Vidya now. He's all the way went from behind the sticks to his fast bowler. Dropping some advice where he needs to be. And he's spot on. You've got mid-off back and you've got now a sweeper cover. So bowl him outside off. Try for a little bit of a swing. Slower one. A good technique there. It's just clearly because he's so Kamran is charging him coming down the track. So he's thought to bring the slower one.
Yes, change of pace from Zawar, resulting in a dot ball. But the damage is already done in this over. 10 runs already. 1 more ball to go.
Again a slower one, this time straight to the fielder, standing at deep. Rahul Bhatia collects that one, and that will bring the over to another big over. 11 given Zawar Farid. 27 for 1 at the end of 5 Abu Dhabi. Kamran Atta now moves to 10 and he'll be facing Jawadullah. Very, very skillful bowler. Coming in from golf course end. Oh! Started with a Jaffa. Great delivery. And look at the collection from the keeper.
Yes, Jawadullah, another exciting talent. You were talking about every team having one young fast bowler. Abu Dhabi has Rohit. Emirates Blues has Jawadullah. Dubai has Yug Sharma. So interesting that we've got some serious talent when it comes to fast bowling here in the UAE.
Yeah, the youngsters have given us exciting show. Look at that. This is connected. Just goes over and gets 4 runs, maybe 6. No, it's 4 runs. All batter has to do is use the pace. Little too much of a swing.
Yes, with that pace, it's the easiest shot to be playing, and it's the worst ball to be bowling, short and wide. Just had to get some connection, and Kamran gets it right. So he's getting a move on. He's on to 14 or 15 with Abu Dhabi at 31 for 1.
Again cut over the fielder and 4 runs. Now this is quite predictable for Kamran Atta to pierce that gap and hit through the point.
Similar ball, similar result, short and wide, easy as it gets for Kamran. Yes, he's quick, Jawadullah, but Kamran Atta, he's quicker with those quick hands, great hand-eye coordination, not a lot of foot movement. So you need to be bowling a lot on the stumps and not outside off for somebody like Kamran. Jawadullah has been hit for back-to-back 4s, and they still have 3 more deliveries to go in the power play.
You maybe would like to bowl one across the seam. Yeah, great delivery. Perfect comeback. And this is where you need to be. Don't go for a lot of width while you're swinging it away from the right-hander. Now look at that. Now this is where you need to pitch. Perfect delivery. This is angling it away. Not moving, swinging. That's what you need to do. I just still think, Shoaib, why was Sanchit Sharma was taken out of the attack? He was troubling Kamran Atta. If you wanted his wicket, you should have let Sanchit continue bowling his third. That's what I think. In the end, they've got plenty of fast bowling option.
A fair point. Just a different perspective. Ritya Arvind thinking that Sanchit will be needed in the second half of the innings. And had he bowled one more over, Abu Dhabi would have been more than happy to just play it out without losing a wicket. So 9 runs. Last ball of the power play overs. Will be played towards deep third. Oh, well, that's been played well in the gap for 4. And a good end to the over for Abu Dhabi in the power play. They reach to 40 for the loss of 1.
Not too bad power play. The first 6 overs kept us all on the edges of our seat. 40 runs with 1 wicket down, Abu Dhabi. That was the first wicket when Sanchit came on the very first delivery. He strikes wicket. Then this beautiful shot through the backward point, high up and over. Again, this is where I think Kamran broke his shackles, and then he's kept on scoring runs. That one coming down the track, hitting it over the covers, and 2 back-to-back boundaries to Jawadullah. He used a lot of pace, but the swing was not in control. And that final delivery going back towards third for 4. Quite entertaining first 6 overs from Abu Dhabi. And now they look a little better and back in the game. The outfield is settling around. I've got 5 man outside the ring. It's a mid-wicket. Long on, long off. In the square leg. I'm still trying to find it's super at the deep cover. Zawar will continue his spell. Giving 11 of first. The captain believes he might give him a wicket here. They need to pick up a wicket. This partnership is building around. They need to get rid of it.
Yes, they don't have a lot of runs on the board, Emirates Blues, so they need to keep taking wickets. Zawar with the slower delivery, changing it, mixing it up against Kamran. Now it's going to be a challenge with the power play overs done up. The field is well spread out. Not going to be easy to get those runs. How do they approach is going to be very interesting from Abu Dhabi. But we know for a fact that they are a very good chasing side. They know how to win games while chasing. They've still got Ali Abid to come. He's the backbone of this batting lineup for Abu Dhabi.
Yeah, he need at least a better platform set. In the air and put down, dropped. Was it for Nawaz? Oh, he usually doesn't drop many, but this time I think he did not get it right. Yeah, the reaction says it was a catch which went begging. Slower one, one-handed, and couldn't grab it. You see him immediately bowling down the leg side. You bowler need your backup. Well, I think there is something wrong with that end. The not the curse, but I'll take the word back. And there's something is there for the fast bowlers. They've been just not. It's not helping their way.
Well, I think this over has been better from Zawar. Yes, he was expensive in the previous over, but this over he's just given away 2 runs from the bat and a wide. So, not a bad over in progress. Yet 2 more deliveries to go. Both these batters taking the time out in the middle, Abid.
I think they should play longer inning here. For me, I think Abu Dhabi need to play 20 overs and they'll win the game, but only keeping wickets in hand. And as you mentioned, they back their strength. They like to chase. And the ball was definitely going down the leg side, drifting. So I think Abu Dhabi need to bat all 20 overs. And with a bit of a strong partnership, stand the need partnership. Look at that delivery. Nipped back. Good delivery from Zawar. They'll just take a single here. And that will bring over to an end. 7 gone, 44 for 1.
Time for a Dafa News fun fact. The mother-daughter duo of Salima Imtiaz and Kainat Imtiaz made an appearance together in the National Triangular Women's Cricket Championship, where Kainat represented PCB Dynamites as a player and her mother Salima fulfilled umpiring duties in the same match. Interesting fact there from Dafa News. A similar fact, we've got 2 brothers umpiring in the domestic circuit together in one game. Kashif and Asif. Abid, you know about them.
Oh yeah, indeed. Sadly, Asif the senior. And over here it's a change. The spin comes into the attack. Mohammad Farazuddin. Well, recently we've seen Pakistani all-rounder Abdul Razak getting dismissed by his son. And one of the leagues happening in Pakistan, it was Ali Abdul Razak who got dismissed. Abdul Razak.
Yes, that is an interesting fact, and not very often that we get to see those. A beautiful hit from Kamran over extra cover, nicely timed, a lot of power behind that shot, which is very usual when Kamran Atta is batting. Just smoked it for 4 runs.
Yeah, the captain seems to be not happy there. Right in the slot, just over the cover. That went tracer bullet, quick. He seems to be strong against the spinners. You get to the other end immediately after you purchase the boundary. Good idea there from Kamran Atta.
Sensible batting, 4 and then a single. 5 runs already in the 3 deliveries. Interesting approach from Rian as well. He's taking his time out in the middle, and rightly so. Has to get some runs for his side. 14 or 15 for him. Oh, clean bowled. Bowled, and what a great delivery. Flighted from Farazuddin. He was expensive in the first three deliveries, but he's redeemed himself with that wicket.
And there you go. That's what he's explaining to the captain. I got this. Don't worry. Flighted in the air and just Ryan coming forward made it York himself and got dismissed. You were just praising about him that he's taking his time but just couldn't apply, could not finish it on the great note. Scoring 14 of 16. It's 49 for 2 Abu Dhabi.
Ali Abid, the captain, walks out in the middle. 20 matches, 485 runs, a very good average of 37, and a strike rate of 116, which is not bad considering he plays deep and long.
And I think he's one of that players who sticks with that one team. Ali Abid haven't changed teams. He came, represented Abu Dhabi from the first edition, and he's doing now, leading the team Abu Dhabi. 50 comes up for Abu Dhabi with 8 wickets, 8 overs down.
Eight overs, 50 for 2. Zawar bowling his third over. Expensive in the first, but came back strongly in the second. Short ball, very watchful. Ali Abid tucks it away towards square leg for a single.
Yeah, the captain seems to be planning to bowl out Zawar Farid here. With that, Mohammad bin Zayed road end. Quite a challenge for the fast bowlers. We have seen Hazrat Bilal struggling, and now Zawar Farid in his first over gone for 11. Lots of extras coming there. He's just maybe pulled it out, just couldn't complete his action. And this man with a wicket. He's gone for runs in his couple of deliveries. Very bold loosener. I think that was a part of plan. At least for him. That's what he was explaining to the captain, that
Yes, I think the idea is to just bowl some tight overs from Zawar, not give away a lot of runs, especially against Kamran. Current run rate of 6.12 required, 9.17. Using his feet, getting close to the ball. Misfield from Ashwant Waltappa. Not great effort. Should have been stopped. You can see the shoulders drooping for Zavar and for Ritya as well.
Perfect use of the feet coming down the track. And that was, oh, well, I think he should have stopped that one. Being the tallest in the team. Got the dive wrong there.
You're at the long on. You're supposed to be the best fielder in that side. You are expected to stop those boundaries. Meanwhile, short and wide from Zavar. Kamran will get a single.
It's hard to control when you're running too quick. But at the same time, the idea should be that your body should be behind the line. While he was trying to stop that ball, maybe with two minds. From here onwards, maybe around 9.5 required. It would not be easy really to score 9 runs and over, especially at this big ground. One thing you can do is that take singles and doubles. I think Ali and Kamran, both of them need to plan here to dig in and play long.
Flicked off the pads. Looking for two. Will get them comfortably in the end. End of the over. 8 runs off it. 9 overs. Abu Dhabi 58 for 2.
Mohammad Farazuddin. Yeah, that's a kind of shot that I haven't seen any batter to play apart from Kamran Atta. When he hits it, heaves it on the onside. The follow through of his bat is something special to watch. Maybe he tries to put a lot of force.
Big appeal, but there's some bat involved there, Abid. Clearly, 2 sounds, some edge on that delivery. Kamrani is a little unusual, isn't he? Let's look at that replay again.
Yeah, clearly there is inside edge. Using his feet a lot there against the offie. I think Kamran need to accelerate a little bit because those dot bowls is something that haunt you down.
Slapped over extra cover. And that's gone for 4. Ritya Arvind is not happy with that kind of a delivery. Short and a lot of time on offer for Kamran. He punishes Farazuddin with a much needed 4.
Yeah, there you go. The frustration from the captain says it's quite, you can hear that loud that he's been saying, Faraz, why are you bowling short? If he picks up wicket, he will say that was deliberate.
When you can bowl this well, you don't have to do that. Yeah, come on.
Exactly, Ritya, I agree with you.
Well, he's commentating from behind the stumps, calling the game.
What a cracking shot that is, coming down the ground, hits it straight as an arrow. What a shot from Kamran Atta, brilliant. With that, look at that.
Beautiful use of the feet, getting pitched to the pitch of the ball and smoking it straight down the ground over the bowler's head. Kamran is smiling and he can afford to do that. 42 of 33 for him. 10 overs have been bowled halfway through the second innings. There's going to be a change in the com box. To take you through, it's going to be Ahmed Khwaja and Mohammad Rashid.
Well, the action starts from the 13th of January. The first edition of the International League T20 kicking off here at the Dubai International. It's going to be Dubai Capitals taking on Abu Dhabi Knight Riders. So pick your loyalties, pick your colors, pick your teams for the brand new franchise T20 League tournament here in the UAE. And joining me in the combox for a fascinating run chase developing, it's Mohammad Rashid. Good evening, sir.
Good evening, Ahmed Khwaja. And good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Very interesting phase in the game. 70 for 2 in 10, Abu Dhabi. Ritya and Arvind still persisting with the faster bowlers. Very surprising.
Jawadullah into his second over, coming in from the far end where all the paces have really struggled. Beats him outside off, looking for that back cut. Ali Abid, still new to the crease, but Kamran Atta, he's come to the party once again, 42 of 33 and batting beautifully.
Very beautifully indeed. He's made a comeback. He didn't start so well. He was a bit sluggish, a little slow, but he's really come back fast. I think that drop chance by Fahad Nawaz, that gave him that lucky. I think he was very lucky there.
Yeah, they've just been slightly sluggish in the field today, the Blues, usually very sharp. Nicely glided behind point. And this is the key partnership you feel. Ali Abid and Kamran Atta, they're two best batters. Naik Mohammed got out cheaply today. So the onus is on this pair to guide this run chase, Rashid.
Well, absolutely. And they have done it a number of times for the team. Especially Ali Abid, I think he's been that pillar for them who's stood tall and finished games for them.
Yeah, he's had a fabulous tournament in the top 5 run getters already. He's been so good counter-attacking the spinners, especially in the middle overs, belting the ball out of the park at will. Quick single, chance for a run out. Oh, the direct hit would have had Kamran Atta in trouble there.
Certainly a very good fielding there by Ashwant Waltappa, I think. But they set off right away. Look at that. That was the communication they had. Very good communication. That would have been close, very close.
Yeah, just that twirl, had to switch over. Great attempt. And when the Blues are really switched on, sometimes you feel that would have been a direct hit. That would have gotten them a wicket. They're just having to fight out here. Trying to pull that away off the hip, but Jawadullah is much too quick for that.
Well, I'm still surprised as we were talking about those spinners not being introduced. Aditya Shetty coming into the game, and then we've got Rahul Bhatia, who's bowled brilliant spells. They haven't been given a chance yet. I wonder what the move is.
Well, Kamran Atta and Ali Abid both are very, very strong players of spin, so that could be something that Vritya is musing. But you certainly have to take a chance. You have to back your spinners, especially in good touch. Is Rahul Nilesh Bhatia, RNB. Full toss, not capitalized. Straight to Farazuddin. That one was close once again.
And Faraz, for some reason, was very slow off the blocks there. He took his time, I think, an extra second there, which is why I think Adi Abid would have made it.
Well, Farazuddin with all 3 sticks to aim at. That's a miss, and that would have been a run out. 8 out of 10 times you would expect him to hit from there. He's that kind of spark plug in the outfield. 85 of 55. This run chase is heating up very, very nicely indeed under the ring of fire. Beautiful back cut, but straight to point. So a steady over from Jawadullah. Only 3 off it in the end. 73 for 2.
सवार 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 दूर 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 जाओ जाओ यार जल्दी जाओ प्लीज
Well, as Rashid was demanding, Rahul Nilesh Bhatia coming into the attack. RNB, I just found that out today when I met him before the game. Lovely lad, very high quality left arm spinner, and he's having a wonderful tournament. Those numbers are excellent. 19 wickets in D20, 7.2 economy rate. Oh, Ali Abid, he was looking to smash that over cow corner, wasn't he?
Well, certainly that's his strong zone, but that's the longer side of the ground, and very interesting move here by Ritya, bringing in Rahul from that end. I think that'll give him a lot of confidence, and if he can bowl towards those legs and get them to hit towards that side, I think it'll be very interesting.
Tucked into the leg side once again, just content to push the ones. Yeah, there's a very strong breeze blowing from right to left of your screen as well. It was quite nippy out there early in the afternoon, and the entire Abu Dhabi dugout watching the action very closely. It feels like a tense, nervy game so far. Skipping down the track, brilliant effort there by Farazuddin at mid-wicket. But they are taking their singles at will.
Well, I think ECB Blues wouldn't mind those singles. And for Abu Dhabi, I think that's a good sign. They're taking those singles, making sure that they don't miss out and get any dot balls.
Yeah, just keep it ticking along. Required run rate just below 10. And wides, well, that has been a concern for the Blues today. The fast bowlers and spinners alike, they've just been slightly inaccurate. It must be the wind, the breeze troubling them, Rashid.
And certainly they will have that plan in mind where they want to target that. Look at that 8 wides and that one leg by 9 in total.
Very sloppy. And make that 10. In fact, plenty more. It's gone through Vritya. So 3 more to the extras column. Well, if you subtract those 12-13 runs, it would be a completely different game.
Certainly, and at this moment, they require... Look at that. That was down the leg side and through Vritya's legs. I think should have done better there.
Is it the pressure of a must-win game? They know Team Dubai are right behind them, hot on their tails. And so far, very mature batting by the pair in the middle of Abu Dhabi. If they keep wickets in hand, if they keep the scoreboard ticking, they have that power ability in the lower order to get those big sixes when required.
Absolutely, and I think that's what they're backing, their ability to hit those big ones.
Hard cut, but couldn't find the gap behind point. You can see Ali Abid is looking to be hyper-aggressive against the spinners. He backs himself, and it's been coming off for him so far in the D20. 8 runs off this over from Rahul. Oh, not quite to the pitch there. They're going to push for 2. And they'll stick to 1. 9 runs off it. A good one for Abu Dhabi. 82 for 2. Jawadullah continues. 76 required of 8 overs. And this man holds the key. Been slightly sedate so far. 10 of 15 for Ali Abid. But we know he can flip a switch very quickly. Power down the ground. There is a long on in place. So not quite timing the ball just yet, Ali Abid.
Yeah, for some reason, I think he's just trying to hit it too hard. Even though it was in his zone, a couple of balls, he hasn't been able to time them too well. While on the other hand, this man has been timing them superbly.
A very responsible knock from Kamran Atta. Naik Mohammed couldn't get going tonight. Mohammad Rayan, he's had a bit of a struggle in D20, so a lot depended on him to get some runs. So far, so good for the wicketkeeper batter of Abu Dhabi. Quick delivery. Barely gives you any time to react. Jawadullah, that fast arm action is very similar to a certain left arm greatness, Mr. Wasim Akram.
Oh, absolutely. And he's a big fan of the big icon legend, Mr. Wasim Akram.
Oh, absolutely. He's inspired a generation and continues to do so. The magician, player of the match of a World Cup final, finalist as a captain in '99, 414 test wickets, 503 in ODIs. You can see I'm a big fan. Oh, short delivery. One for the over. Nicely utilized by Jawadullah.
Certainly a very big fan, Ahmed Khwaja. You were reading those numbers from the back of your mind.
Oh, well, that's the kind of imprint he's left on us. A generation of Pakistani youth, although we're not youthful anymore. Especially Abid, who's in his mid-50s. 88 catches as well. So all the stats are just rolling off our tongue. Meanwhile, Ali Abid, 11 of 17. He wants to get rolling as well. Down the leg side. Brilliant take by Vritya. But once again, it's those extras that are just nudging Abu Dhabi along.
No very good signs for ECB Blues. I think it's the business end of the tournament. And at this time, I think they should have get their act together.
Yeah, they're sitting on 8 points. 4 wins out of 7, just like Team Abu Dhabi. And Team Dubai with that huge morale boost, that win against Fujairah last night, around 6 points. So right behind these two, matches are running out. Slashed over the covers. Beautiful shot from the captain of Abu Dhabi, Ali Abid.
Well, he certainly timed that one well. We were talking about that timing, and I think he's just understood. He didn't try to hit it too hard. He was in the zone, in the slot, and he's just placed that, and the timing was just perfect.
Beautiful balance, wonderful fast hands, and a clean connection. You can see Vritya Arvind, he's looking slightly concerned here. His main fast men have not really turned up, Hazrat Bilal and Jawadullah. Sanchit Sharma gave a very good spell early on. Struck on the pads, but I think that's pitched outside leg. No reaction from umpire Nadeem Anjum.
Oh, that would have been very close. The replays would show, I'm sure. But I think the umpire in a very good spot there. He would have had a good look at it.
Yeah, that's pitched well outside leg. Easy decision. Just trying to build some pressure with that overextended appeal there, Jawadullah. 8 wickets in hand, 69 needed of 7 overs. Surely the men in yellow are bossing the game, or are they? It feels close to call. Once again, back of a length. They will scamper for a leg by. 90 for 2 at the end of 13 overs. Rahul Bhatia to continue from the com box end. This feels like a key over in the game. Something is going to happen either way. Ali Ahmed once again dancing down the track. Rahul Bhatia just following him with the arm ball.
Well, I think he's just stepping down a wee bit early. And Rahul reading that. Look at that. That was the arm ball. and he's bowling so superbly well. Rahul has just been so impressive.
Yeah, if he remained at the crease, he could have just flipped this over fine leg. Top edge. Fine leg for Azuddin. Drops it. Well, that's a shocker for me. You'd back him 99 times out of 100 to take that catch, but he spilled it.
Well, I guess he's just been having a bad day. That was there to be taken, but Faraz, that should have been taken. A very big wicket. Oh, will that open the doors?
Well bowled, yeah. Very well bowled, Bhatia.
Good bowling by Rahul Bhatia, but a chance goes begging. How many of these can they afford to shell?
Bhatia. Both ala Bhatti.
Well, if that catch would have been taken, that certainly would have been advantage to Team ECB Blues. But now I think it's just in the balance.
Once again, this is excellent bowling from Rahul. He's darting the ball in, drifting it in, and really tying them up.
Bhatia.
He still has a couple of overs left after this, so certainly
Bhatia.
I think Vritti Arvind will be relying on him to bowl this one and perhaps right till the end. Steps out, lofted, long off, just drops in front of him. Alishan Sharfu. Well, Rahul Bhatia is not pleased. Why didn't he go for the catch?
Well, that would have been close. I think Alishan trying to, save that boundary. But look at the kind of bowling Rahul has been doing. He's just bowled so superbly well. I've seen him in one of the D10 tournaments for Dubai where he was finishing the innings.
Picked up towards the leg side. This should be taken. No, it will drop in the outfield. They're taking their chances. And they're just about paying off. Just missing the fielders. 96 for 2. Another excellent over from Rahul Bhatia. Broadcasting and streaming partners of the MazzaPlay.net Emirates D20. You can watch all the action ball by ball on the FanCode app in India and the CricTracker channel on YouTube and the Facebook page of CricTracker as well for the global audience. It's an ITW Prod G and TPT 360 production for the Emirates Cricket Board. And it is the Emirates Blues who are battling hard here, but being their own worst enemy, Rashid.
Well, a bit sloppy in the field today and a few extras as well, I think.
Hazrat Bilal into the attack from the far end. Oh, he's lofted it over extra cover. That's a monster 6 from Kamran Atta.
What a shot that was. I think that's the shot of the night for me. It's got him to his 50. A very well played 50 runs. Very good shot. And Abu Dhabi's reached 100 with that 6 as well.
Well, we've seen 236 tournament 6s in the D20. And that is easily in the top 3 for me. To do that to Hazrat Bilal, inside out, over extra cover. That requires some serious quality. Wow. Incredible shot. Under pressure. Oh, that was full as well. Missed out.
Well, I think just a bit away from him. Kamran trying to repeat that shot again. And Kamran Atta got to his 54 of 42 deliveries, 7 4s and 2 monster 6s in that innings so far.
A very responsible knock for sure. But can he take the team home? They're almost there, just about 56 runs away. But this is the crunch stage of the game. Toe end of the bat. He's just admonishing himself. But that 6, my goodness.
Well, that was a wonderful shot. Look at that. Talk through it, Ahmed, please.
Look at that high elbow. It was slightly full in the slot, But to have the guts to play that shot in this situation against a bowler bowling 135, 140 clicks, that requires some serious skill and some serious bravery. Ali Abid pulled away, gone for 6.
Oh, Hazrat Bilal pulling his length back. I think that was a short ball. And Ali Abid up to the task. He plays that hook and the pull shot really well. He was in his zone and he's just hit it through the line. Very good shot. Pulled it towards that square leg region.
Well, we've seen a player in yellow do that before. Mr. Ricky Ponting, that's just as good as one of yours. What a hit from Ali Abid. Ramesh Shehzad ducking for cover in the stands. Mr. Amin Farooq and Mr. Salman Farooq sitting alongside him. Wow, that's what Ramesh Shehzad used to do in his prime.
Oh, well, what I would do for him to play a shot like that.
Slow delivery, back cut, beats the point fielder. There are runs here, at least a couple. And has the tide shifted towards the capital here?
Well, certainly looks like it. And this over has a big one. Nelson on the board. And 47 runs required of 31. And these two have just played a blinder.
Absolute blinder of a partnership. The two senior statesmen of the side, 62 runs added in just 43 balls. They've kicked into gear at just the right time. They've counterattacked the paceman with a lot of class. Back cut over point. Deep cover has a lot of distance to cover. He won't get there. This is a horrendous over from Hazrat Bilal. Could this contest be over? They've taken plenty. 19 runs off the over. 115 for 2. Well, that is the batting scorecard. Nothing from the top order. Mohammad Ryan with a laborious 14 of 16. But then Kamaranata and Ali Abid once again leading the charge for the men in yellow. 15 extras. That's really been unacceptable, Mohammad Rashid. If you were the manager of the Emirates Blues, you would be tearing your ponytail out.
Certainly, and those drop catches as well. I would be really livid with them.
Well, even when you're livid, you're super calm. So I don't think they would take you that seriously. You're just too much of a gentle soul.
Thank you very much. I'll take that as a compliment.
Rahul Bhatia, you need to produce something here.
One catch here, fellas.
You
Ali
need to
wicket.
pull something out of a hat.
Catch.
Big shot down the ground, long on. Just falling in front. Well, somehow they've missed the fielders. And when they have reached them, they've dropped the catches.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's either they are very lucky or Rahul Bhatia is very unlucky because it has been throughout his spell that those catches have gone and they've just been not reaching or being dropped.
Goes downtown. Not the cleanest connection once again, but it beats the long on for 4.
Well, not a very good effort in the field again. I think it should have been stopped. That boundary, that will take away. That'll give a lot of confidence to Ali Abid, but Rahul Bhatia, who's been just on the verge of picking up a wicket every time he's come into bowl.
Just beyond Sanchit Sharma's reach there. They've hit
Stay with the Sanjeev. Not a catch. Stop the
2 sixes and 2 boundaries in the last 8 or so deliveries. Completely bossed the game now.
ball. Go, guys. Come on.
120 for 2 on the board. And that Abu Dhabi dugout looks much more enthusiastic now. Hard drilled shot through extra cover, but there is protection. Zawar Fareed, well, what is plan B for Vritti Arvind here?
Well, his faster bowlers are not responding to him. He's got an Aditya Shetty in his ranks. I think he can use him, but these two, they're taking the game away from ECB Blues.
Yeah, we haven't seen Aditya at all.
Throw it back. Shetty, come.
Just nudge to the covers for 1. Well, the body language of the Blues says it all. And look at that. Every run is being cheered. Every run is being applauded. They feel like that they're bossing the game now.
Well, these two certainly are. Look at that. He's got that 6-4 boundary of the over, and he's just content with taking those singles, not taking on Rahul Bhatia, who's created those chances.
Yeah, there's no need to, is there? Because they're counter-attacking Hazrat Bilal. Oh, he's chipped it. This should be a catch. Yes, taken by Sanchit Sharma. Well, another twist in the tail. Ali Abid once again challenging that long-on fielder. And he's finally holed out.
Well, that was not needed, I think. They had the game in control. They've given that sniff to ACB Blues now. A very good catch by Sanchit Sharma. It was mighty close. He had that foot really close to that boundary line, and he's done well. Very good catch, and finally a wicket coming to ECB Blues.
Good composure, good balance, and breaks an excellent partnership. So Rahul Bhatia finally gets his man. Ali Abid gone for 35. It's 122 for 3. New batter in is Mohammad Asif. Coming into a pressure cooker scenario. Not played that many games at D20 so far, but tonight is an opportunity. And he looks quite composed. Easily gets off the mark and he'll keep the strike. Very, very good over from Rahul Bhatia. 35 needed of the last 4 overs. So it's going to be Zawar Farid coming back into the attack from the far end. They will need somebody of his experience and quality. None for 23 on the day so far. Can he produce another breakthrough here? Slow delivery, big hoik from Asif. Only going to be 1. That's the name of the game. Use your variations, Rashid.
Well, that's what these fast bowlers do well. We have seen throughout the tournament. These death overs, they use a lot of variation. But similar kind of pattern being used by Ritya Arvind. He's got that one end covered by the faster bowlers. From the other end, while he's got just Rahul Bhatia. I think Aditya Shetty would have been a very good option as well.
Yeah, I think he might be not fully fit to bowl. That's the only reason I can see why he was not even utilized. Or down the leg side, poor delivery, tucked away for 4.
Well, very poor, and he's not helping the cause. Zawar Farid, tournament 4, number 514. That was a very, very easy shot down the leg side, and Kamran Atta didn't have to do much.
Well, when you bowl that to a man batting on 57, you deserve to be carted for a boundary. He's playing a match-winning knock here. And Ramesh Shahzad, well, time to get suited up, young man. You have a very important match coming up. Upish, just beyond the reach of Zawar. Not quite out of the middle, but they've got the runs that they needed.
Certainly, and I think Kamran Atta just needs to make sure that he stays till the end. 29 required of 21, almost run a ball. He just needs to make sure, as long as Kamran Atta is in the middle, I think Abu Dhabi has a very good chance.
Yeah, Asif needs to be switched on here. No need to do anything silly. Don't go searching for an early boundary to calm your nerves. Just bat the overs. Or you can drill it down the ground. Only for one though. So how many can they look to defend in the final 6 here?
Well, currently they require 28 of 20 deliveries, and they've got another 2 overs from this end. Beg your pardon, another over, which will come from the shorter end. So it'll be very interesting if they target that over.
Well, there you can see Team Dubai and Team Ajman mingling together. Nicely glided. Easy single, easy does it. And that is going to be a firecracker of a match coming up. Another must-win game for Team Dubai. That'll start at about 8:30 p.m. local time, 1 hour away. So really looking forward to that one. Meanwhile, this one is also building up nicely to a thrilling finale. It's been an okay over from Zawar, besides that one boundary ball. But that's all they needed. And he goes big. Long off is settling underneath it. Alishan Sharfu is as safe as a house. And Zawar Farid produces another wicket. Very poor batting by Mohammad Asif.
Well, a very good fielder, Alishan Sharafu. He doesn't miss out on those. That went miles in the air. Miles, I think, variation used by Zawar. The slower one. Asif, I think he should have done better there. But ECB Blues just making those inroads.
Yeah, the pressure will certainly build. And that's the 4th wicket down. Mohammad Asif, pretty much a non-innings. Gone for 3, 131 for 4.
जवाब रेडी रख क्या चाहिए वो आपने कुछ प्लान रेडी बड़े तो दे रहा है पाजी 2 नहीं देना है पाजी बस.
Sanchit Mohan Sharma back into the attack to bowl the 18th and perhaps the 20th. Only conceded 3 runs, bowled a maiden first up. And he enjoys these pressure situations. He backs himself to deliver when it truly matters.
Well, he's been the pick of the bowlers for ECB Blues. And I think there'll be a lot of behind him.
Well, dot ball to start. Slower bouncer, nicely bowled. Let's take a look at the field for Sanchit. There's a deep cover. Long off, long on. Deep square, deep mid-wicket. So pretty much an orthodox field. Third man and fine leg is up. So perhaps that scoop could come out, or that back cut. Or will Kamran Atta just look to go downtown? Oh, he's edged it over that short third. Big chase for Hazrat Bilal, but the ball will win the race. Poor delivery.
Very lucky boundary. I think he bowled that slower one, Sanchit Sharma. And Kamran Atta won't mind those thick outside edge and no fielder there at the third man boundary.
Yeah, with your third and fine up, you should not be bowling that line. You've taken that field straight and full. So he took a chance and it didn't pay off. They've got that early boundary and the set batter on strike. He moves to 67, Kamran Atta. Pulled away. Big gaps on the leg side. And let's see, Mazhar Bashir. Well, he bowled a fabulous spell with the ball. Can he just take this innings to its logical end?
Well, Abu Dhabi required 22 of 15. I think if they can get, if Sanchit Sharma can bowl a couple of dot balls to Mazhar Bashir, keep him on strike for a couple of more deliveries, I think that'll add a lot of pressure and make this game very interesting.
Go for that Yorker here, Sanchit. Go for it. 243 runs in D20 for Mazhar. Oh, what kind of delivery is that? Big wide. Well, you can't blame the batter for that kind of delivery, Sanchit. You barely bowled it on the pitch.
Well, he was lucky he didn't pitch it outside that strip and get a no ball for that.
Well, Mazhar Bashir got himself in a horrible position, but the ball was even worse. 21 of 15. One tight over here could change the tide once again. But it does seem like the men in yellow should go home from this position. But we've seen funnier things happen at D20. That's the area you need to bowl full into the block hold. That wide Yorker, nicely executed.
Well, it's towards that shorter side of the boundary, and I'm still not sure if that's the right plan to bowl it outside that off stump, because if he can get an edge, he doesn't have a third man in place, and that'll be easy boundary for Team Abu Dhabi.
Well, my suggestion would be to push the third back and bring that long off in, or maybe the mid wicket in. Short ball, pulled away, over the square leg. Ashwant Valthappa is a tall lad, but he was a few yards in for the catch. And look at King Kong Nick Mohammed.
Well, ECB Blues troubles continue with those fielding efforts. That was supposedly a catch, but Ashwant just losing it in the lights, I think, and he's conceded a boundary.
Well, that was a priceless boundary for Mazhar Bashir, just when they needed it. Oh, once again, that wide Yorker. In the end, a very good over from Sanchit. 17 needed of 12. What drama at the Dubai International. So 2 overs to go in the game. I think Sanchit Sharma will definitely bowl out. There is Mohammad Jawadullah, there is Hazrat Bilal, there is Rahul Bhatia, and there is Farazuddin. Who are you going to turn to in the final 2, Rashid?
Well, I think Hazrat Bilal is going to bowl one of them. And the last one, I think, considering the efforts by Sanchit Sharma, he should be the deserving one to bowl the last over.
It is going to be Hazrat Bilal. Oh, that's a wide. That's a wide. You cannot complain, Hazrat Bilal. You've bowled that throughout the day, in fact.
Well, the ECB Blues bowlers have just not come to the party. They have not been good in this game at all. They have just leaked so many extras. It's just been so easy for Team Abu Dhabi.
That has literally been the difference. You're spot on, Rashid. 16 of 12. Oh, it's going to be another wide. What is going on here? Hazrat Bilal, his radar has been completely off today.
Well, I think the pick of the bowlers for me was Sanchit Sharma. Before the last over, he bowled, but I think Rahul Bhatia, him, look at those extras. 14 wides, just is criminal.
Unbelievable. Subtract those 17 runs, and they had the game in hand. Frustration for Vritti Arvind. His fast bowlers have just not turned up today, been very sloppy apart from Sanchit. And it's 3 wides in a row. The wheels are falling off here, and Team Abu Dhabi in the dugouts are making some serious noise.
Well, they certainly are, and they're putting a lot of pressure on Hazrat Bilal. Rityar are doing the right thing, coming up to his ace bowler and talking to him.
All 3 just been too wide beyond the tram lines. Easy decisions for the umpires. They've not even been close. And it's become a very manageable 14 of 12 now.
16 wides in total now, and look at those 16 wides, but it's going to give them 16 extra deliveries as well, Ahmed.
100%. And that has been, they have bossed the game, Team Abu Dhabi. 68 of 51, Kamranata. That's the kind of pressure he creates on the bowlers. Clean striker of the ball. This time he finally gets it right, and it's a dot ball.
Well, I think Rithi Arvind has missed a trick here. I would have liked Rahul Bhatia to complete his spell. I think he was the pick of the bowlers. Being a slow bowler, I think he bowled brilliantly on this track.
You're right, Rashid, but it's the shorter boundary on the leg side. Kamranata is well set. So I think it would have been a huge gamble to take. But that is what sets apart the good captains from the great ones, when you make those line decisions at the right time. 14 needed of 11. Upish behind point, deep third on the move. They're going to push for 2 here, and they'll get it quickly and easily. Good running, Kamranata.
Well, almost run a ball now. 12 of 10 needed. And Abu Dhabi, I think, has just got this game in the bag. Nothing silly required here.
Well, what a fabulous knock this has been from Kamranata. 70 not out of 53. He came in early with Naik Mohammed dismissed in the first over, and he's bossed this run chase right till the end. They're on the doorstep of victory. They just need to step through. 12 needed of 10. And he goes for the slash outside off. Taken and dropped at deep cover. Goodness me, Fahad Nawaz. You've bottled it.
Well, the luck continues with Team Abu Dhabi, and ECB Blues, yet another cash drop in the field. That's just been so sloppy. They've got such high standards. I'm just so shocked.
Unbelievable. 3 dropped catches on the day. Absolute sitters for this young side. And have they given the game away? Mazhar Bashir swings onto the leg side, behind square leg, boundary.
Timely boundary there, and they know the importance of this boundary. Look at that dugout. They've been cheering them all day long, and they've been cheering on singles and boundaries and sixes. They've got their momentum going now, Team Abu Dhabi.
These are 2 priceless boundaries from Mazhar Bashir right when the team needed them. Now it's less than a run a ball. And Emirates Blues, they only have themselves to blame. Dropping catches, 16 wides. And now their spot in the semi-finals is in serious danger with Team Dubai right behind them. 6 needed of 8. He goes for it. It will drop in front of deep cover. I thought he'd middle it. And Fahad Nawaz, well, 2 dropped catches from him. Farazuddin, if I told anybody who's familiar with UAE domestic cricket that Fahad Nawaz dropped 2 catches and Farazuddin, he'd laugh in my face.
Certainly. But we've witnessed that today. Very unlucky day for the ECB boys. They'll be just, I think they'll have that extra fielding pressure tomorrow, practice tomorrow.
6 a.m. See you at the academy. We've got fielding drills. Smashed hard behind point. They're going to push for 2 here on the throw. And they'll make it with plenty of time to spare. 3 needed of the final over. And they believe, oh yes they do. So it's going to be Sanchit Mohan Sharma. Can he perform a miracle here? 3 needed of 6. Surely that's too much to ask. Let's take a look at the field then. Third is up. Fine leg is up. Ring field on the offside. 3 sweepers on the leg side. Surely you have to bring the field in here, Rashid.
Well, certainly they can't just leave them for the boundaries. And I think this suggests that it's going to be slower deliveries because he's got that fine leg and third man up in the circle.
Well, at least bring the mid wicket in. Fair enough, you have a long on, long off. For now, they have a mid off. That deep mid wicket, you're just leaving the entire leg side at Abu Dhabi's mercy. Need to bring him in. Yes, they will. That's a wise choice. So maybe those slower deliveries off pace could produce some catches.
Absolutely, that's what they need to do. And if you can hit him over that mid-wicket region, I think that'll be a good shot, and he deserves to be on the winning side then.
Well, he's not coming to the inner ring. He's just come 10 yards in. So it's still going to be a single. So what's the point of standing there? Let's see what Sanchit can do. 3 needed of 6. Outside edge, over shot third. And that will be victory for Abu Dhabi.
Oh, what a good victory this is for Team Abu Dhabi. Look at that celebrations. Look at that dugout. They're so pumped up. I love this about this team. The unity they have and the kind of game they play, the intent they play with. It's just amazing.
It's a massive victory. They take a massive step towards the D20 semi-finals. This was a must-win game for them. Now they're sitting pretty at that third position. And all the pressure will be on the young Emirates Blues. They posted a decent score, but horrible fielding and those extras penalized them heavily, and they've had to face defeat.
Well, certainly it was their own doing. They're only to blame themselves for this. Very sloppy in the field. I think they batted really well to get to that 158 runs, but Abu Dhabi, the way they chased this total, I think it just shows the kind of confidence they're in.
They play with a certain attitude. They have a spark about them. They have that championship mentality, and I think they are hot favorites for the D20 title. Well, let's take a look at that Abu Dhabi batting scorecard. Naik Mohammed, the big hitter, failed to fire. Mohammad Ryan with a sluggish 14 of 16, but it was Mohammad Kamran Atta with a fabulous knock, 73 not out of 55, supported by the skipper Ali Abid. And in the end, Mazhar Bashir hit those timely boundaries as well. 19 extras. That is simply unacceptable from Emirates Blues. Well, in terms of the bowling, Sanchit Mohan Sharma was the standout bowler. Zawar Farid 1 for 31 was slightly expensive. Mohammad Farazuddin went for runs but did pick up a wicket. Rahul Bhatia 3 for 22, and his fourth over that was not utilized. How costly has that proved to be? Well, let's take a look at the highlights of this fabulous run chase from Abu Dhabi. It was a slow start. Sanchit Mohan Sharma trapping. Naik Mohammed plumb in front. Then it was Mohammad Ryan who really struggled and then got cleaned up by the off spin. At that stage, Abu Dhabi were in serious trouble, Rashid.
Well, absolutely. But ECB not taking advantage of that. The extras were just killing them. Look at that shot. That was the shot of the day for me by Kamran Natha. Using that pace. Ali Abed with those huge sixes all around the park. But Rahul Bhatia, I think he should have been given more overs. That wicket of Ali Abed, that certainly created that inroad.
Indeed. Then Mohammad Asif just lost his cool under the pressure, but then Mazhar Bashir came in and provided a lot of support, hitting those timely boundaries towards the leg side. Hazrat Bilal with a shocking over, and even though Sanchit tried his best, that were the winning hit. That was the winning blow for Team Abu Dhabi. They needed this victory. It was a pressure game, and they stepped up and delivered. Right then, let's take a brief break. Then we'll go downstairs with Shoaib Ahmed for the post-match awards presentation.